All right, folks. We have no idea what just happened. Literally in the middle of the national anthem, we got a blue screen that said our computer was restarting due to an error. We've never seen that before. But my man Jacob has us back up and going for the kickoff. Don't even remember what I was saying at that point, but we had a mild panic attack up here in the booth. So we're going to pray that that does not pop up again. If it does, we will try to get that fixed ASAP and get right back to the game. So we're just all going to, you guys say a little prayer for the stream here. We're actually the third different live stream here in the house tonight. Like maybe a radio station. I don't know if it's a live stream or just a radio broadcast from Valliant. So Henrietta's kick went out of bounds. So the Bulldogs of Valliant will take over at the 35-yard line on their first drive of the night. Number 13, Bobby Dories, the quarterback for Valliant, keeps it on the right side. Design keeper, and that Henryetta defense fired up on the first play. Guess who? Number 51, Taylor Hamrick. Also, Bub Miller. That looks like a flag on the play. I just had a flashback to Wilburton last week. We didn't get to call that game, but if we did, 25 penalties in the game between both teams. A personal foul penalty on Valliant. So did they say that was a dead ball penalty? So hopefully that is, which will mark off the yardage and make them lose the down. So if that is a dead ball, Henryetta is going to pin Valliant back in a second and long. We'll keep an eye on the down marker over there. Interesting, that flag was down pretty quick, so maybe it was during the play. It looked like a personal foul penalty. And I see two fingers being held up, so yes, a dead ball penalty must have been some sort of late hit. So bunch, 25 for the Valliant Bulldogs. They got receivers running out to the left, 4 of them split out, running back to the quarterback, Dory's right. Second and long. There's the snap. Handoff to number 24. Up the middle. Hit right in the hole. Number 51, Taylor Hamrick. Number 24, Kenny Golston, who we've heard a lot about this week, a junior from Valliant, 6'1", 210. Rumor has it in Henryetta that Mr. Golston is a possible Division I running back. So Henrietta's been hard at work, scheming up ways to try to stop him. And so far, so good. As Taylor Hamrick, his second tackle in 2 plays. And we talked about Henryetta needing a quick start early in the game to get momentum. And we've got it. Third and long. Dories in the gun. Same formation as before for the Bulldogs. He looks for a quick pass. Pump fake. He's going to try to go long. And he's hitting the backfield. Look out. Number 17, Landon Cummings. And guess who? We were saying it. Now I remember what I was saying when we went off the air. Number 45, Blake Gaxiola, senior defensive end, with a sack, bringing it back to Cameron Field. And I've said it a bunch this year, Valliant's in the moonwalk formation right now, going backwards. So great stand right there by that Henryetta defense. This is interesting. Look at this formation in punt. 2 guys over here on number 5. I wonder if Valliant's ran a fake or 2 to that guy. Kick up the middle to Gavin Williams, trying to beat the first guy, but nice job by number 5, Cameron Jones, on the coverage. But you can't ask for better field position, Jacob, to start the night on offense for Henryetta after a big defensive stand.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. Finally able to talk. I had some audio issues where my mic was non-existent, but yeah, great defensive stand there. They're coming out hot. They're ready. We haven't seen this defense all together as one, in 3 weeks. So it's really good to see them all together, and you can tell they missed each other for sure.
I tell you what, I don't know what the atmosphere is like in the bleachers, but in the booth it feels like a playoff game. Brady Norman, first down, snap goes to Jason Powders. Big hole off the left, looking, breaks one tackle from behind right there. And Henryetta with a big, big gain on first down, 14 yards to number 2, Jason Powders, who we talked about in the pregame, who is leading, according to Max Preps, is leading the state in rushing through 5 games at 800-plus yards. Giving it to Jason again, fake by Brady. Oh, that ball, he is tackled by the head. How that's not a flag, I have no idea. His helmet back, and Jason's going to get a penalty.
I mean, I don't know how you don't call that, Coach. I mean, I understand you got to be able to keep your head in that situation, but that's you got to say that's a challenging task for sure.
Yeah. Well, sometimes things look a certain way live. I've seen this in a number of games where you swear there's a horse collar or a face mask penalty, and then you watch the replay back, and literally the guy just has his arm wrapped around the guy's helmet. And I'm not saying that's what happened, because I don't think we have an up-close replay on sideline cam. But Jason's got to just, look for the flag. If it's not there, Henryetta fans not happy, not only about the lack of a penalty, but then the penalty back. But I think Jason probably earned that one, and we cannot do that. We've got to keep our head in those big moments. So now we're looking at second and long, back to where we started. Handoff up the middle to Nathan White. He gets a good chunk of it back down to the 40, maybe the third. No, the guy's going to spot it at the 40. That's the dude that missed the call. So I don't know what his name is. We'll call him missed call right now. What's that joke about officials? Hey, did you lose your phone? No, why? Because I found one over here. It's got 4 missed calls on it. So get a little bit back, but still third and long, 3rd and 15. Handoff to Jason on 3rd and 15. Stutter steps, hole off the left, gets down almost to the 32, so that we get about 7 of that back. 34-yard line, check that. So 4th, and we'll call it 8 from the 33. So that penalty looming large right here. Henryetta positive yardage on the actual play so far. So big 4th down here. Motion to the right. Jason moves to the left. We're going to hand off to him. He's got a hole. Look out. He's going to get the first down. Cuts it back. Guys coming in behind. And that Henryetta front is opening some holes for the running backs. Jordan Miller also again back from injury. Hazen Dudley, Baylor Thompson, Tucker McManus, and Taylor Hamrick up front. I mean, when you're in 2nd and 25 and you pick up a first down on 4 runs, that's controlling the line of scrimmage.
And that's some faith in your line and your guys in the backfield for sure as well.
I think Henryetta probably knows, the scout plan is probably they can run the football, and running the football they are. Nathan White off the right side, another stutter step, breaks a tackle. He is down almost to the line to gain. So another big run on first down. Nathan White, he picks up 9. So they'll bring up 2nd and 1. Ball spotted inside the 10. Ball's really not spotted. One of the Valliant guys kicked it. So ball at the 9. 2nd, we'll call it 2 now. Moved it just a bit. So we got to keep our head right here. Flag before, or no, whistle before the snap. Henryetta calls a timeout. Was getting down close to the end of the play clock. And so we're going to take a timeout with them. Let's hear from River Spirit Casino, our sideline pass sponsor.
A one-of-a-kind experience awaits you at River Spirit Casino Resort. Island-inspired vibes and beautiful river views from our luxurious resort hotel. Endless gaming excitement with 2 casinos under one roof, Margaritaville and River Spirit, and fine dining excellence at the only Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Oklahoma. So many unforgettable experiences you won't find anywhere else, only at River Spirit Casino Resort.
Okay. Are we on? Are we on?
yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear you say we're back.
Sorry. That's
Sorry. We hope we didn't get seasick there. We were trying to get Mav into position. River Spirit sideline camera in the end zone, north end zone. Henryetta looking at second and 2. Valliant looks like they had too many guys on the field. Last time I checked, I thought that was a penalty. Or now, maybe they didn't have too many guys on the field. That would be encroachment, I would think. Confusion on the Valliant sideline, so we're going to get another timeout. And we'll just stay here. How about that?
All right.
Jacob was talking about when we had the crash. We lost our little transition stinger, the little nighthead that rolls in. So
We're searching for it.
that's what I was looking for when we were live. I didn't see that happen, and you had just literally told me we didn't have that anymore. But I'll have to train my eyes. So give me the countdown from this point on.
All right, I will. That's my fault.
7:29 to go here. Valliant had the ball first. 3 plays, went backwards, punted. Henryetta started at their own 48-yard line and have kept it on the ground the entire way. Jason and Nathan doing a great job running the football. Really patient, waiting for those holes to open up, and they have.
And there's some big holes, too, for sure.
They are. So this is just how we would have scripted the start to this point, and it would end with a score on our first drive, and we are back here live in the sideline cam view. Hopefully bringing it right down Main Street to Maverick, and there it is. Cut, Tather White. Nathan White, H-Town. Touchdown. And that is a celebration right there. Big 72 Hazen Dudley down there trying to tackle Nathan. He couldn't tackle him either. Great cut there up the middle. Guy was standing at the goal line, and Nathan just shook him for an 8-yard touchdown run. And Henryetta is up early. Come on, Blaze. Make it 7. Blaze Hill to kick is up. It looks good. It is no good to the left. So, 7:24 mark. First score goes to the Knights of Henryetta. They lead Valliant 6-0. And again, just to give you guys a little heads up, we had a huge technical malfunction in the booth during the national anthem. Saw a screen that none of us had ever seen before. It was going to give us a percentage of reloading, and it wasn't moving, so Jacob unplugged, plugged back in, jumped the stream back on. So knock on wood, prayers, if you guys don't mind, that the stream stays up for you if you're at home watching. I want to give a shout-out to some loyal Night Vision TV followers, Mr. Frank and Debbie Morris, who have been watching us from the comforts of their home. Frank and Debbie, we hope you're enjoying the game. Thanks for watching Night Vision TV. Another cool thing, talked to Miss Gail Maketa. I don't know if Gail's watching, but went down by Walmart. Gail and Walmart made a donation to our Kick for Cash competition last night. Our sideline pass guy, Mr. Mavericks Randleman, made a 20-yard field goal to win that money. But Gail told me she's been watching the games on her TV in her living room. She said it was just like OU football. And speaking of OU football, I hope they score first tomorrow and often in the big Red River rivalry game. OU Texas, 2:30. Before we get into that, we've got a big 2A8 game here. Valliant on their second possession, ball at the 35. Dory's in the gun with Golson to his left. Quick pass to number 9. Blockers right there. Ooh, nice job by number 13, Nathan Nail. Good job to recover right there and get rid of that block. The ball gets out. We'll call it a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. First positive play for Valliant. Again, quarterback Dory's, running back Golston. in the backfield. Valliant with 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Henryetta running a guy on here last second. Damon Arthur. Hopefully we ain't got a guy injured. Is Jason. He's coming off fixing his knee pad. There's the snap to Dories. Looks like it's a quarterback keeper to the left. Tries to cut it back up, but he's got Henryetta defenders right there waiting on him. Looks like number 55, Blaze Hill, and Blake Gaxiola doing a good job of staying in their lane, taking care of that cutback by the quarterback. Picked up another yard. We'll call it 3rd and 8. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. Big crowd here tonight. Student section in full effect. A lot of people down in the north end zone. Again, we celebrated homecoming. Congratulations to James George and Addie Chavez, your 24 homecoming king and queen. 3rd and 8 right here. Big play coming up early in this game. Dories to pass. He's going to try to throw it. Look out. Tater's right there. And it is incomplete. And that was a more or less 50-50 ball. Number 13, the quarterback, was hit as he was throwing. And the ball just fluttered up in the air. And you could see Tater and Golston both going for it. And they met at the same time. And neither one could hold on for a pick or a catch. It wasn't going to be enough for a first down. And Henryetta, with their second straight 3rd and out, 3 and out. Sorry. A little tongue-tied. It's been a long week for Coach Bean. Quarterback will punt. It's not a great one off to the left. Looking for it to go out of bounds, and it does. 43-yard line is the spot. So not quite as great, but good field position for Henryetta on their own side of the 50. And so important right here, Jacob. Jacob's hard at work over here on the computer, make sure everything's back to where we want it. But what a statement this would be if Henryetta drives it right down and scores again. You got to think Valiant's got to wonder if homecoming's going to be a big win for Henryetta. I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves, but hopefully that happens.
No, we just got to stay on this wave of high emotion right now. They're playing as a team. You could tell this is a team that won it. They understand how big of a game this is, and they're playing like it. And if they can keep this up, they can show a lot of success. So,
Wilburton last week, Henryetta scored on their first 2 drives, and that offense went stagnant. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Jason Powder's legs moving. He was hit for about a 2-yard gain. Looked like he was going to be stopped. Whistle didn't blow, and Jason just kept turning and burning. 3 guys on him, and he carried a couple of them. So that's a all-heart 5-yard carry on first down. Jason showing why he's one of the top rushers in the state, trying to go over the 1,000-yard mark in the 6th game of the year. I think he needs somewhere around. He needs $150 or more to do that. 2nd and 5. Motion, little pitch pass right there to Nady. Run that quite a bit. He's hit hard. Picks up positive yards. 54 working him over a little bit there. That's the younger Golston boy. He doesn't look younger. He looks bigger. 6'2", 240. Sophomore. And those are 2 names we heard a lot this week in previous is the Golston brothers. And young Golston right there making his name known. But we did pick up a couple yards, so it'll set up a 3rd and a long 3 right at midfield. Interesting right here if this will be 4-down territory for Henryetta if we don't pick it up. Great job, great call. 24, Golston, the running back, jumps off sides, so it doesn't matter. We're going to get a first down. Good discipline right there by the Henryetta offense. Staying set and letting Valliant pick up 5 for us. And again, it's early, but other than the one issue there on what Jason about got his head ripped off, Henrietta's played pretty clean on the penalty side. Nathan White sets up to Brady's left. Motion switches to his right. Jason Scott, Damon Arthur in motion to the left. Play action pass. Brady, nice ball. Caught by Will Perez. Trying to still go. Trying to get him down. Takes 4 or 5 guys. Great ball over the initial level there to Will. Will ran a little go and then stop route. I just made that up. I don't think it's a real thing, but that's what he did. Good for an H-Town first down to the 32. So Brady's first pass is complete. I believe they were at the 44, 32, 12-yard pickup there on first down. Knight liked the play call on first down play action after we went to the run a bunch. Will's going to go into motion, fake to him, hand off to Jason, looking for that hole, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, look out, still on his feet, trying to go, breaking another tackle. It's Big Hazen right there, and number 2 tried to tackle him 3 times, and on the 4th, makes it. Jason ran 20 yards to pick up 5 right there. But Jason working over with that forearm and that stiff arm, just shucking guys off of him. Sorry if I'm getting excited and shaking your TV speakers, but I love the effort by our senior number 2, Jason. He'll stay in the game, in the gun. Henryetta in our bunch formation. Looks like we're overloaded. Come on, Brady, pick that up. Brady, oh, gosh, he dumps it off to Baylor. Baylor's like, oh, crap. I'm an offensive lineman. I mean, it was a good play. It's just illegal. Brady just trying to get rid of it. It's kind of I don't know if it was a bad snap or we just weren't ready for it. So it'll be an illegal touching. Not really much Baylor can do except for just let that thing hit his chest and, like, slap it down. I mean, the natural thing you do, right, is a ball's thrown to you in your chest, you catch the thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a lineman's dream. Like, yeah, throw it to me, coach. It's about time I get a chance to run the ball. Baylor didn't run it anywhere, but he caught it. So penalty. Ouch. Spot penalty and loss of down. So 3rd and long. I don't know if it's third. Is it 3rd down? I thought Will just caught. Pitch pass to Jason off the left. Cuts it up the middle. Now he's trying to go to the outside. Slowing down, going out of bounds. He is tackled, and this is going to be a penalty right here. Maybe not. Dude's not going to call it. Missed call number 2 by the side judge over here. Jason Smart not arguing that. But he's literally spun and slung past the white line, the get-back line. And it's clear that that's going to be a tough spot over here to get a call. And it wasn't a late hit, but the play just continued. And so 4th and long, we've converted on one of these already. Not quite this long. So Henryetta going to try to draw them off. Instead, we draw our own lineman off, so they're going to back up 5 more yards. And so
That's good.
The illegal touching penalty, just Brady trying to make a play, trying to avoid a sack. So not going to fault him on that at all. But that 5-yard penalty is going to send the punt unit on, and this is the right call, I think. Even though we're on the plus side of the 50, Henrietta's defense has played so well. There is no sense in giving them a short field. Blaze Hill trying to get a snap. Ooh, nice punt right there, spiraling down. Number 3 catches it at the 5. Did he fair catch it?
Yeah, he did, Coach.
Boy, we did a good job good job by Nakona of having vision. I was admiring the spiral. Great punt there by Blaze Hill, all the way down to the 7.
I mean, if you're Valliant's head coach there, you kind of want that to go into the end zone, don't you?
Well, the rule. Well, I don't know. I mean, I think the rule usually is inside the 5. You definitely try to let it go into the end zone. But at the 7, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather him just drop it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that Henryetta defense already forced 2 3 and outs. Back on the field. So the initial energy of the game probably starting to wind down just a hair on the field. Now fundamentally sound football is what's going to play big here the rest of the way. Speaking of fundamentals, Henryetta with a great job being in the backfield. Not sure who missed the first tackle. I think Jordan Miller cleaned up on the second one. Would have been a loss, but Golston doing a good job of getting out of that first arm tackle. He gets past the line of scrimmage for half a yard. So Henryetta up front right now, proving tough to block for that Valliant front five. Got a freshman, number 17, Landon at nose guard. Handoff up the middle again, and guess what? He's smoked. Where's the football? Okay. Looked like Jason Powders and Jason Scott.
And Jordan Miller,
Taylor.
too.
Jordan Miller and Taylor Hamrick. There were 3 or 4 dudes all around the ball. And where Henrietta's had a little bit of success running the football, so far, knock on wood, Valliant has not. Our defense up front, looking like the defense we talked about the first 2 weeks. 3rd and 10, actually a half-yard loss on the play. Snap, Dory's fake pass right there. Caught, nope. Taylor Hamrick, dude. That's film study, Jacob, right there. He was had the out route, wheel route there by the receiver. And when the ball got there, Taylor's helmet meets him in the chest. And this Henryetta crowd is amped, dude, for some big-time defense, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, they've been shutting everything down. They're not just shutting it down. They are throwing that black and gold helmet at everybody. And you were just talking about, we think it's starting to wind down a little bit. We just sent that meter through the roof.
Big plays, man, on our defense. Our guys, Coach McGill's got our dudes ready to roll on this Valliant offense. Punt barely gets away. Gavin over, going to need to let that go. Don't do that. Which, if there would have been a little more space, it might have been a good idea. The lead guy coming straight down there. But pretty much set up right where we did on our first drive at the 48. But Henrietta's front 7 on defense right now just dominating the Valliant Bulldogs. And I don't know how many guys from Valliant are playing both ways, but most of our guys up front on both sides of the ball do. Jordan, Taylor, Blake for sure. And you throw in Tucker, Baylor, and Hazen in there on offense. So hopefully some of those guys getting a little bit of rest. Doing a great job on the defensive side of the ball. Offense back on the field. Ball at the 48. 9 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Henryetta up 6-0. Handoff goes to Jason up the middle. Got a hole. Trying to get away from number 2. He does. Tackle misses. Good job by on the feet. Outstanding job by Jason, and he looks banged up. He's out of bounds down at the – no, he's up. I think he rolled over on that guy's shoe. Big-time run, 48-yard line starting all the way down to the – where they got him spotted at, the 8? Yeah, 40-yard run on first down there. And the fans are on their feet because that is the end of the first quarter. Henryetta up 6-0. We're going to take it into a commercial timeout. Rustler's Barbecue. You're watching Henryetta football on Night Vision TV.
Rustler's Barbecue is a proud supporter of Henryetta Knights Athletics. Did you know that America's best barbecue is located right here in Henryetta? Rustler's Barbecue is open Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. To place your order for pickup, call 918-650-9800. Rustler's Barbecue at 806 East Industrial Road. Rustler's Barbecue. Rustled right up just for you.
Is your organization tired of tech headaches? Let Shipman Consulting handle it. From cybersecurity to managed IT services, we keep your IT running smoothly so you can focus on what matters most. Call Shipman Consulting today and experience hassle-free IT. 918-200-9543. That's Shipman Consulting. Shipman Consulting is the proud sponsor of wireless internet for Night Vision TV.
Bringing it back, thank you to Shipman Consulting, our internet sponsor for Night Vision TV 24-25. First play of the second quarter, Henryetta ball at the 8, first and goal. Snap to Brady, play action pass. He's got Will wide open. Did he overthrow him? Oh, he just did by a yard. Brady let him just a little bit too much. Just put a little more air on that thing. Will had about 3 steps on that guy. It's a nice play call there, dialed up by Coach McGuire. I like the first down play action at the 8.
Absolutely.
You have been running the football well, so you can kind of take a chance there. Sure, we'll probably go back to trying to get an eye on Jason. I know he got a little banged up on that last run. He's on the sideline, got his helmet off, but direct snap, Wildcat to Will, plows it up the middle. Still trying to go. Protect that football, buddy. So interesting going to the Wildcat right there, but pick up a positive yardage. Looks like 4 on the play, or 3. Third and goal from the 5. Looks like we're going to stay, or we're going to go in, stay in Wildcat. Something right here we like. Will up the middle. He's in for an H-town touchdown. Wildcat formation. And Jacob, I don't know if you could see it. We had the perfect angle from this view up here. We lost our replay on the shutdown before the game. There was nothing but black jerseys and uniforms powering towards the end zone. The offensive line, the lead blockers, and then finally number 3 sticks it in. And we're going to go for 2, trying to get it back to 14. Might run the same play just the other way. Little patience up the middle. And it's good. 2-point conversion is good. So big time drive there by the Henryetta offense, and they are fired up. Coach Turner's fired up in the booth next to us. We're fired up in this booth. I don't know if you can hear my adrenaline's pumping, boys.
I know. What I tell you before the game, I was like, listen, this game just feels good. And they're playing like they feel good for sure.
I mean, at what we've seen at this point, if Henryetta keeps the pedal to the metal, this is going to be a long night for Valliant. They have not stopped us, other than us stopping ourselves on a couple of penalties. But after last week, we've been better in that department, but we've got to stay there. We can't lose focus. Up 14-0. Still a lot of football to be played. 11:22 to go in the first half. Henryetta 4-1 on the year, looking to go 5-1. Valliant 2-3, trying to even their record up. They got work to do ahead of them right here. And that kick goes out of bounds. So Valliant will take it at the 35. Some people at home may be wondering, why are we kicking it out of bounds every time? Early on in the year against a couple of opponents that were not very good, Henryetta gave up a lot of kick return yards. And so just me being a football fan, not a coach, it looks like on the special teams side, looks like Valliant's going to make them kick it again, or there was a penalty. But anyway, if a team's got a good returner, it looks like Coach McGill is just set with kicking it out of bounds, making them start at the 35 and not giving them a chance on a big return. He would rather them get all those yardage on his defense. And right now, that's the play.
Well, sorry, Coach. Valliant's back right now, is back there to receive, and I got a feeling that if he's downhill, it's kind of hard to stop him.
And just as I say that, Blaze kicks it inbounds. We'll see if the play – good job there by the Henryetta defense. So Valliant will get it at the 40, and that was really just a penalty yardage, but good job by our young guys there on special teams. Number 20, number 28 for Henryetta. Braxton Stockholm and Matthew Martinez, a couple of freshmen right there, converging on the carrier there and limited that return. You know, guys, I was walking down there before the game, and I saw 17 Landon, and I just had a feeling that he was going to have a breakout game. He is working the center over right now and freeing those other guys up. 1st and 10, ball at the 42. Handoff to number 9. He's got room. And Will Perez tracks him down. So Valliant going to an outside run game to a new ball carrier, the receiver. So we run that play a lot too. And Henrietta's aggressiveness on defense kind of got up the field too much. And number 9 for Valliant, Trey Brown, senior wide receiver, with a big gain, gets the ball down to the 27-yard line of Henryetta. 1st and 10, Valliant. So Dorez in the gun, Golston to his left. Here comes motion again. Handoff to number 2, not. Penalty on the play before the snap. It's going to be a false start on Valliant. It was a nice play call there by Valliant, using Henrietta's downhill defense against him. The motion just put 9 in a position where all our dudes that have been making tackles were behind him quickly. And credit to number 9, he got it turned upfield, started going north and south with a big gain. But it's 1st and 15 for Valliant. Dorez back to pass. He's going to throw long. His guy's wide open, but he overthrows him. Gavin kind of got lost in the underneath route. Him and Tater, maybe a little miscommunication on one of those guys' parts, but we got lucky that Dorez overthrew number 5, Cameron Jones. Another good-looking sophomore at Valliant, 6'3", 175. So 2nd and 15. 10 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Big 2A 8 district game. Valliant with the football, moving from your right to left. Motion to number 2. Keep it by the quarterback. Little zone read right there. 51, Taylor Hamrick doing a good job spying the quarterback. He does pick up 2 on the play, but it's going to still be 3rd and 13. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Man, Coach, you'd think we're still in Wilburton, because here we are calling number 51 over and over and over
20
again.
tackles last week. 68 on the year. Those are big numbers. 3rd and 13. Dorez in the gun. Golston to his left. He's wanting to pass. He's got pressure by you-know-who. He's got a man wide open, number 9. But good job there by Will Perez. Will, don't do that. You're going to get a flag, and he did. And that's the stuff right there that's killed Henrietta in big moments. And we haven't played, other than Beggs, a big opponent. Makes a great play, runs his mouth, gets a penalty. I mean, all you have to do is just turn around and go back to your position. You make a good play. Sorry, I mean, I'm frustrated up here, but you just undo everything you just did.
Yeah.
Keeps the drive alive. We said it, this game tonight is big, and the playoff implications next week's going to be big. And you know, we're up 14-0, and so far we were the better football team, but that right there is not going to work out. So we'll see how the drive ends up after what would have been 4th and 13. Well, they were going to pick up 7. 4th and 7. Instead, it's 1st and 10. Dorez in the gun. Snap. Wanting to pass. Caught by number 2. He's wide open, and he is in the end zone for a Valliant touchdown. So the penalty be huge. Extends the drive for the Valliant Bulldogs. A 9:05 mark. And we've just got to get it cleaned up, Jacob.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. We're showing some true grit and determination, but we just got to get through that high emotion. I mean, it's a great play, and I know you want to let him know that you just knocked his head off, but in situations like that, the plus side of you just keeping that to yourself is so much bigger. And
Extra point kicks up and good.
so now we understand. We see, okay, look, we had a good drive going on. We had them stopped right there. We could have gotten the ball back. Now we know we just got to build off of that, learn from our mistakes, and keep on moving.
Yeah, it's over. Nothing you can do about it, but it's not over just yet because Coach McGill is in number 3's grill. So Valliant cuts it to a touchdown with the help of a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct taunting penalty. And, you can make the play and maybe look down, but when your head moves 2 or 3 times, you're going to get called.
And for us, it's just a head movement. You don't know what's said on that field either.
Yeah. Well, the guy that threw the flag was far enough away that I don't know what he heard, but I saw it. I was getting ready to say, oh, my gosh, that's going to be a flag. I think I did say it, and it was. So interesting right here going into the kick. Valliant forgot which direction they're going. So they're going to move to the other side. However, we say all the time in high school athletics, in any game, competition, mistakes are made, but what you do after the mistake is what means the most. So hopefully Henryetta can overcome that and get back out on top with a good offensive drive here. And what felt like just Henryetta dominating the game all of a sudden. And Henryetta looks like, or Valliant looks like they're trying to set up an onside kick, and they get a delay of game penalty, so it'll back them up to the 35, which may be good because we're not in a hands team situation on that other side.
No, absolutely, Coach. You might want to get one of your, but I don't know, maybe.
Here it comes. Nice fake there. That looked like that was going to go on the ground. So number 3, Will Perez has got it. It's got a blocker. And he is going to be tackled, looks like, at the 25. Something's on the ground. I don't know if it's a helmet or a football. Man, I would have bet $100 that was going to be an onside kick the way 23 was pointing over there.
I thought it was going to be something you see a lot in high school. It's almost like that squib kick where they just kick it right over that front line of that hands team, and they just send their guys to go knock a head off. But
we've already seen 60 Baylor Thompson touch the ball. That was 50 David Rogers over there, and David's probably like, this is not me. This is not my job. I block. So his pulse rate probably went up a bit, like mine did. So Henryetta on that hard count is going to back Valliant up 5 yards on an offside penalty. So 1st and 5 for the Henryetta offense. So good job again by that front and from Henryetta to not jump off sides. Especially when most likely the play was just going to be on 2. 1st and 5, Brady in the gun. Jason back in the ball game at running back. And we run it on 2 again, and the same defensive lineman jumps off. And so Henryetta is going to get a 1st down without snapping the ball in this drive. H-down, 1st down, courtesy of 2 offsides penalties.
And what a smart move there by McGuire. Make this defense hesitant. They're rolling right now, so.
And then we're going to give it back. Gavin was kind of out of sorts there to start with. Didn't act like he didn't know what formation. Got to the formation late, and you could just see on his mind that he was thinking formation and not snap count. So Henryetta went 1st and 5, first down, and now we're 1st and 15. So once the emotions kind of wear down off of a big game, you got to get your head back in the game and be ready to roll. Pass to Jason out of the backfield, cuts up the middle like he does so well. Nice pickup. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Flag on the play up the middle of the field. Not sure what that was. We had a guy, I think it was Nady or Gavin, downfield blocking. Number 24, Golston, kind of act like he thought it was on him. Face mask on Valliant. Which is interesting. It wasn't even near the football.
So just what, illegal hands to the face, I guess you could say?
Yeah, most likely. So a lot of penalty yardage back and forth on this drive. We've ran one play, and the ball has teeter-tottered tennis match back and forth, but heading our direction now. Ball at the 49, 1st and 10. Motion to the right. Jason moves to Brady's right. Will in motion across the formation. Pitch pass to him. Trying to get around the corner. Nice play there by number 24, Golston, to hit Will at the line of scrimmage and run him out of bounds for no gain on 1st down. You can see Henryetta trying to get to the outside, but I know I hear people in the bleachers all the time, don't run it up the middle, but when we've gashed them.
Yeah.
So interesting to see if we get back to that. Valiant's got some guys that can move and run, so the outside run game right now kind of struggling. I just put it on 25 in his belly and let him roll up the middle. Let that offense go to work. Play action. Brady looking, throws it out of bounds. Everybody's yelling. I'm not real sure what they're all yelling about. Brady was scrambling, got rid of it. I thought maybe it was going to be a intentional grounding penalty. Brady was roughed a little bit there. I mean, he was tackled, but I don't know if it was late. The white hat was literally standing 2 feet from him when it happened. But no flag on the play. Either way, 2nd and 10. Bunch formation. Hand off to Jason. There it is, up the middle, room. Looked like he was going to break that one. Looks like he picks up 2, maybe 3. We'll give him 2. So
We're definitely seeing Jason try to go more north and south. I mean, honestly, he usually when he runs the ball, it's like head down, and I'm going to the end zone, and let's see if you can stop me. But which he started the game off like that. More, he's just trying to cut up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he can find some more success in that, or maybe start lowering that shoulder and just taking it to somebody's chin.
And so many times he'll run it up the middle, and then he'll get vision across the field and cut it back. But that wasn't there. Valliant doing a good job of scraping and keeping that cutback play from happening, which is not a call play. It's just a running back, letting the flow go and then him reversing it. But it'll be 4th and 8, and it looks like Henryetta is going to punt. At least that's the formation we were in whenever. I don't know. Did Valliant call timeout?
I'm not sure. So there was a timeout on the field. I didn't know if it was an official's timeout or whether or not it was a team timeout. I want to say it was an official just because of how short it was.
Yeah. Maybe so. We're back to action, though. Both teams on the field ready to go. Nobody deep for Valliant. Now they're kind of walking a guy back. Blaze in formation to punt. Snaps through his hands, almost trying to – you got to get that thing picked up. So bad snap there, or Blaze took his eyes off of it last second. And big special teams mistake there by Henryetta. And so the ball is going to be recovered by Valliant at the 24-yard line.
And here's where you need a big defensive stand. Okay, things didn't go well. The offense kind of didn't have as much of a progressive drive as they have been having. So this is a great opportunity for our defense to kind of show, like, we've been a little bit last week, but we're staying sturdy this week.
Well, really, Valliant, 2 plays is really the only positive they've had. It was enough to get them a touchdown with a big penalty. So now they got in business. 1st and 10, delay a game on the Valliant offense. So back them up 5. A lot of procedure penalties here in week 6. And those are just killers, especially against a good defense like Henryetta. Ball back to the 29, 1st and 15. Dory's the quarterback in the gun. Golston to his right. Wanting to pass. Jason Scott right there. A bunch of Henryetta guys. It's intercepted by Will Perez. Trying to break a tackle. Look out. He's still going on his feet. Out of bounds at the 42. Henryetta, I mean, any 3 of our guys could have picked that pass.
I know, Coach. I want instant replay so bad right now because we're making some great plays. But, man.
Tell them why you don't have it.
Well, we had our crash earlier in the game, and there's a lot of scripts that have to be downloaded, and I think we just lost some of them to get our clips, right off the bat. So it's unfortunate, but we're working with what we got. We got a scoreboard up there, and we're able to bring everybody to the game. I'm completely happy with that.
Henryetta gets the ball right back on that interception. All right, Will, we forgive you. Ball at the 40-yard line. We're fickle up here, though, so you got to stay smart and play well, buddy. Just joking. I love every one of these kids, but I'm a coach at heart. I am a coach, and I just don't dig the penalties. I just don't do it. Jason didn't even know. Brady was looking deep, trying to catch Bub on that little release route that he scored on earlier in the year against Kellyville. Credit to number 2 for Valliant. He read Bub out of the backfield. Brady was looking for him to come open, and it just never happened.
Yeah, Coach, I'm really impressed with this Valliant coverage. I mean, we're getting a decent amount of time, but usually with teams that we've played in the past, usually we're getting the ball out in enough time. But there's just Valliant defenders in every spot that they need to be in, which, I mean, is giving this Valliant defensive line the opportunity to go make a play in the backfield.
Which, and Jacob, I know you always want to throw the football, but when you got guys out here on receivers, that's why we ran the ball well early, because it wasn't a loaded box. And we go right to that run right there, Jason. There's that cutback we talked about. He's got room, breaks a tackle, trying to shoot. Good job right there by Jason. Kind of stiff-armed right there and got away from it again. And we just was talking about that play. Jason takes it up the middle south and then he feels flow, and there was nobody linebacker scraping right there to stop him, and he cuts it back in a big-time gain there from the 40-yard line. I think that's where the ball was originally spotted. I'm terrible at that. I can't ever remember where the ball's spotted at. But it's spotted now at the 29, H-Town first down by number 2, Jason Powders. And right before the snap, that's what we were talking about. I honestly think if we'll just keep spreading the field with their defenders, we're going to win the battle up front, and our running backs are going to run for a lot tonight if we keep into that formation. And then when they start loading the box, then Brady can go to work. 1st and 10, back to action. Brady, quick pass to Gavin. Nice catch, out of bounds. And there is going to be a late hit out of bounds. We just needed to get to the other sideline.
I was just about to say that other judge on the other side, he might want to take some pointers for that.
And he looks that guy's pretty upset. He's looking at the Valliant bench. So I don't know if it's a late hit or I just missed the call. It was on Valliant. I couldn't see if it was unsportsmanlike or a personal foul late hit. But honestly, it was the same thing that's happened 3 times right over here in front of us. It's not necessarily a contact hit. It's the tackler riding us out of bounds, and then the final throwdown once we're already 2 yards outside the boundary. And that's a penalty every time if it's called.
It's true.
But
And
it
we
was
haven't
called.
been hard on officials this year at all, but we've had a streak of some questionable calls for a couple games now, and I don't want to say we're fed up, but
Little counter to Jason. Cuts it up the middle. Flag on the play. That's most likely going to be a hold or a block in the back. We finally get the guy on the sideline over here to throw a flag. He saw his buddy on the other side throw. He got jealous, I guess.
tell you what, Coach, this is definitely one of the longer quarters we've had throughout
That's
the
'cause
season.
we got officials talking every
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm glad you said it.
And I'm the first guy to tell you that from the bleachers, you know, it's easy to call a game, but when things are happening right here in front of you, it's kind of obvious. Now, right there, I have no problem with a holding call because, as we said in the pregame, you can call holding on every high school play if you want to. He wanted to on that play. It backs Henryetta up 10 yards, so 1st and 20. Hand off to Nathan White. He's got room. Good job up front. Boy, Big Hazen right there moving his guy down the line. So was Baylor. You know when you see Nathan or Taylor, Hazen, and Baylor 8-9 yards down the field, they've got a guy driving them.
Absolutely, Coach. I mean, Brady needs to think about taking his linemen to Denny's because it's just pancakes, pancakes, pancakes.
10-yard gain on 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, and not so much room there that time. Bodies are just falling all over the place. So pickup of, boy, I didn't think we picked up anything, but it looks like 3 on the play. So that kind of difficult 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 situation. We haven't had a lot of success throwing the football. But this, you would think, Four-town territory, obviously, but six seconds to go on the play clock. We're going to run it down here and call timeout, I hope, which we do. Coach McGill going to want to think about this one. He can sense the importance of this 3rd and 8 coming up. 5:34 to go. Let's go to Principal Design, one of our Night Vision TV sponsors. We'll be right back.
Principal Design is your school bond and storm shelter expert. As a full-service architecture firm, they specialize in K-12 education and county municipal facilities. From long-range master plans to safety and security, you can expect from your architect at Principal Design, or by calling them at 405-615-3454. That's 405-615-3454 for Principal Design.
And we're back. Coach doing a little bit of his own production issues right now, but something to fix for halftime.
Sugar Huddle to Will. Patience, open, score. Touchdown, H-Town. Sugar Huddle, baby. Henryetta comes out of the timeout. Huddles, Valliant looking to the sideline. Sugar Huddles when they all run up there real quick. Brady goes into formation. We haven't seen that formation since the Beggs game.
Yeah, they've definitely. I got to talk to him a little bit more. I got to talk to Brady a little bit, and that's something they've kind of used a little bit more. I know a little bit more about it. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay,
But
don't. There may be people watching.
Absolutely.
We don't want to hear.
So hopefully we can see it. If not,
Blaze's kick is no good. 20-7, Henryetta lead, 5:29 to go. And very important, Valliant got the ball to start the first half, so Henryetta will get it when we come back out of halftime. So important for that defense to bow up right here and keep Valliant out of the end zone, maybe give our offense another chance. Let's hear real quick from Love's Travel Stops. We'll be right back. You're watching Night Vision TV.
Night Vision TV would like to extend their sincerest appreciation to Love's Travel Stops for their generous donation to Henryetta Public Schools.
And we're back. Kick from Blaze Hill, caught by number 9, who's got a big run already. He was fumbling that football, but he was out of bounds. So good job by our young guys there. Number 4, Damon Arthur, has played a lot on defense for us, doing a good job.
Thank you.
Getting down there and getting number 9 out of bounds. So we'll go to the sideline cam so we can get a battery replaced up here up top. Ready?
Tell Matt to go to sideline cam.
Do I need to turn it off?
Just unplug it. Just move the battery.
You want to get this right there?
Sorry? Oh, yeah, we're on, Coach. All right. It's going to be a swing. Big tackle there by Tater. You could tell he was definitely saying something, but that he was more secretive about. He wasn't shaking his head up and down, flexing on him.
All right, we got 249 on that battery.
Sweet. That's what's so cool about having 2 cameras.
That was going to be that was a backwards pass too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So back to press box view. Loss of 7 on the play, maybe 8. Dory's in the gun. Motion, number 2. Handoff to him. Bub Miller right there. So is Will. He tries to cut back. Bub cleans it up. Ball's out. Look out. Henryetta is going to recover on the sideline. Taylor Hamrick. Bub Miller knocked it out. Taylor on the recovery. And that Henryetta defense, ball hawking. Great job by the receiver, made Bub miss. Will turned him back. His biggest mistake was trying to go back into play, and 44 said no way. Knocked it out, and 51, who's always around the ball, is right there to pick it up. And Henrietta's offense back on the field. 4:23 to go here in the first half. They're going to try to go again. There's that. I don't know who's hollering in the box next to us.
PT.
I don't know. Coach Turner is the PA announcer, so he technically can't be doing that.
As long as the mic's not
Are you
on.
sure it's not Butch? Yeah, but I wouldn't think he'd have his mic on and off that easily, but maybe he does. He's excited, too. He's feeling it. Ball down to the 27, 1st and 5. Another offsides penalty. And we talk about our guys. We're talking about Valliant now. Not very sound right there. Just helping an offense that doesn't need any help right now. Quick pass to Will. Hang on to that thing, buddy. Penalty flag here. Will was trying to bring it down. And our favorite side judge over here threw the flag. I'm thinking maybe he's seeing a guy downfield, or there was a face mask on Will. I think it's going to be an illegal man downfield, which is weird. The ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, which that's not. I mean, it can't be an illegal man downfield with a ball behind the line of scrimmage if that's the call.
Well, it looks like our offense is starting to migrate just a little bit back. Yeah.
Oh, block in the back. So 10-yard penalty. Keeping it first down, but backs it up to the 37. First and 15, 4:09 to go. Again, Henryetta will get the ball to start the third quarter. Love to score, but let's take all the time we can. Hand off to Jason. Got blockers. He's got a hole. Here he goes. Cuts in it back. Look out. I said cuts in it back, but let me say touchdown, H-Town. Jordan Miller right there giving Jason a big hug because he was opening it up for number 2. And our favorite side judge telling him don't celebrate. It's not high school football. Come on, dude. I mean, it's a big game. We're just celebrating, having a good time. We're going to eat some animal cracker cookies up here in a little bit. We should go down there and give him one, Isaac. Tell him to chill out a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, for our fans at home, this is a huge game. This is a huge game. The stakes for this game come playoff time, and this is a great team. And they've put up some big numbers on teams as well, as Henryetta calls a timeout. But for them to have this much success on defense and for that to follow over on offense, what do we talk about? They had a week like last week just because they were coming off, such a high game. This is a team that realizes what they were capable of, what they needed to get done, and they're showing it right now.
Yeah, and you're talking about a team in Valliant who scored 60-plus points against Spyro last week. And, just 7 so far here tonight. And the Henryetta offense that really stalled out after the first quarter and a half at Wilburton has just done a great job. Almost makes you think that if we didn't go a little vanilla there in a game that we had under control. But once again, we haven't done anything flashy. We're not trying to throw the ball over the field. We're just smash mouth football, run it right down your throat. And when you're not there, we'll cut it back and go the other direction. So we'll go for 2 here, trying to get that point back. Brady wants to get in on it. He's still keeping his legs churning, and it looks like he's going to be in. Second effort, Brady Norman. And I will tell you about last week, Brady had do you remember that play?
Yeah.
Like a big 32-yard scamper up
He was
the
moving.
middle on 4th and 12 at Wilburton. I'm standing with a night vision camera down underneath the goalpost, and he stands up, and I thought he pointed right at me, his first down signal, but he wasn't pointing at me, but we got it on. It was in the hype video. Brady's like, I kind of like that. Let me run the football a little bit, coach. So 28-7, 3:59 to go. They didn't listen to me. They left a lot of time on the clock. We scored 7 seconds after I said that. But I'll take the touchdown with the 2-point conversion.
And here we are again. This second quarter has been a long one. We're not mad about it, though. A lot of success coming from both sides of the ball. I mean, great play there by Taylor Hammer getting that ball. We've just got every guy in the right position right now, offensively and defensively. They just want it.
Two defensive mistakes, 2 penalty mistakes. Outside of that, Henryetta came to play. Catching our breath here just a little bit. Nope, the officials discussing something. Just watching our guys down on the sidelines. They're excited. We talked with them in class, 5th hour night visions communication about this game all week, and they were ready to play a big football game.
I got to talk a little bit with QB1 during our homecoming practice last night, and I told him he was getting me so hyped, I was ready to go put some pads on and go on the field. He was ready to play last night, so I don't know if he didn't sleep last night or what, but I mean, he's been ready to play, and I bet every single one of those guys had the same mentality because that's how they're playing. Oh.
So they're taking the 2 points back because the guy on the other side saw Brady cross, but an official in the middle had already blown the whistle. So Henryetta fans boo it, of course. But Brady was like, the play seemed like it was going when it maybe shouldn't have. But,
Yeah.
Usually if the momentum is still inching forward, you're not supposed to blow the whistle. If I had a guess, and this is my last unprofessional statement, I would bet this guy right over here blew the whistle before Brady stuck the ball across the end zone.
He's learning,
Line.
Coach. He's learning. He's
No,
a young.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fired up. I want to see our kids win. And honestly, I would not be picking on him. The play on Jason, where
Yeah.
he just completely horse collared him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. And usually, your side judge on your side of the field, you're going to get those calls when you're standing next to the head coach.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, enough about that. I'm not going to talk about that guy anymore, Jacob. $3:59 to go. Henryetta going to kick it up 26-7. Blaze's kick out of bounds. I'm not really sure why we had to kick that again. I didn't see what happened. Did we kick from the 30? Yeah, so it must have been a penalty. I think Valliant's asking us to kick it again. They want to try to return it. They can either take the ball at the 35 or ask us to kick it again, and they're going to do it again. So, interesting chess match play here by Valliant, understanding that we're just trying to kick it out, give you the ball at the 35. And they're thinking, you know what, we'll just let you keep kicking it out of bounds till you move all the way back to your own 10. So, I don't know what Blaze is doing. The ball's not on the tee. So I wonder if this isn't like squib kick up the middle. No, we're going to onside it. So I'm going to tell you what, there's got to be the return guy back there for Valliant that's electric.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I understand that Valiant's getting good field position there, but you're still giving them that instead of giving them a touchdown on. I mean, if there's somebody truly in that back to receive that can go make a play like that consistently, sometimes it's just better to give them that good field position.
But if that's what Valiant's going to do and make us keep coming back, just onside it to begin with to the 45. Maybe you get the ball back.
Absolutely.
Which is maybe what we'll do in the second half if we keep scoring, which the way things look right now, looks like we will. Golston finally a little bit of running room. Taylor trips him up. That's the first positive carry for Golston. Landon Cummings. Excuse me. Landon Honeycutt. I don't know why I said that. Shaking up a little bit on the play. Landon's done a great job up the middle there for us. Landon Honeycutt Jones. I know the guy. Hand off to Goldson up the middle, trying to get him going a little bit tonight. Jason Scott right there to get him on the cutback. And the Henryetta defense, tenacious tonight.
That's not an easy guy to get down, Coach. And if you got 3-4 guys just sending everything that they possibly can at that guy, and he's just bouncing off of them.
Third and short. Just inside of 1 yard, 2:54 clock running. Ball at the 33. Receivers split left and right. Golston and Dories up the middle. They're going to try to draw Henryetta off sides. Doesn't work. Trying to do it again. Looks like they're going to take it down. Calling timeout. So Henryetta doing a good job staying on their side of the ball. And look at number 2 getting the crowd pumped up. Love the energy by number 2, Jason Powders.
as we've talked about, through softball and football, momentum is such a big part in high school sports, and really any sport in general. But we are definitely riding that wave right now, and if we can continue to keep this up, we just got to make sure, like last week, we got to make sure that we keep that going after halftime.
A great start would be defense stepping up right here and keeping Valliant off the scoreboard. Would love to go in at the half up 3 possessions. Is this going to be a 4-quarter football game? I feel it.
Yes. Because Valiant's going to go in that locker room and they're going to make adjustments. They've got the guys to go in and make adjustments.
So they're back out, 3rd and 1. Handoff up the middle to Golston. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Second effort there. And I'm not going to say it. Side judge sees something in the middle of the field. I think he's going to call face mask on us. I thought 24, it looked like maybe his helmet had turned a little bit. Yeah. 5-yard face mask penalty, which not too much loss there. He was going to have the first down, so they're just going to tack 5 more onto it. So just a hustle play there. Just got our hand in a spot where we didn't want it. So ball down to the 27-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:21 to go. Clock moving. Dorez back to pass. Looking for a guy. Good coverage right there. Gavin, and it is knocked down. Great job, number 11, Gavin Williams. Step for step with number 5, who's got a little bit of height advantage on him. Nice ball there by Dorez, too. Just a little bit underthrown, but Gavin doing a great job of getting his head around and finding the football and making a play on it, which kept him from getting a pass interference penalty. Cameron Jones, 6'3". Gavin closer to 6 foot, so 3-inch height advantage there. 2nd and 10, 2:10 to go. Dory's in the gun. Golston to his right. Quick pass to number 12. Great tackle there by number 21, Nathan White. And it's going to be another taunting, unsportsmanlike penalty on the Henryetta defense. They stop Valliant for a loss. Henryetta once again shooting himself in the foot.
It's the same spot too, Coach. Same situation. It's not as late of a down, but, man, and it's such a great play too. Such a great play.
So interesting there. It wasn't enough for a first down. 3rd and short. That can't be right. It would be a replay of, unless it's a dead ball penalty. The Henryetta fans were fired up right there, and I think they were fired up at our guy, not the official. Because you can literally see him pass. Was that ball caught? It was. Nice catch right there, and Will tells him good job because he put a stick on him, knocked him out of the air, and nice job holding on to the football right there by number 12 from Valliant, Ty Whitby. 6 foot, 155 junior. So first down, 146 and counting to go. Man-to-man right over here on the left. Nady and number 3. Quarterback keeper, zone read. He keeps it. He's got room, and he is in for a touchdown. Valliant. Nice read there by Dorez. Brody Dorez, junior quarterback. So Valliant finding a little success there on the ground. But once again, most of that yardage on a penalty. Unnecessary. Bad snap handled by the Henryetta defense, and the conversion try is no good. So Valliant back on the board, 26-13, 13-point ball game, 133. And you got to wonder, Jacob, is that enough time for a cross-country explosive run? Let's go to a commercial. We haven't been there. Let's do Love Ford. I don't know if we ever got his full commercial there. Our title sponsor, Brad and Brian from Love Ford. We'll be right back.
Hello, Henryetta.
Brad and Brian here with Love Ford. We are proud to showcase our town on our radio show Saturday mornings on the Sports Animal.
And check out our podcast on YouTube.
Brad, who's from Henryetta?
16-time world champion Jim Shoulders.
Who else, Brad's from Henryetta?
3-time Super Bowl champion Troy Aikman.
And your favorite actress from Henryetta, Brad?
Miss Alice Ghostley.
We have great deals, great service, and the Love 15-150.
That's 15 years, 150,000-mile warranty on all new Fords, gas or diesel.
And 7 years, 150,000 miles added on qualified pre-owns.
So, Brian, the best place to buy a new car is Love Ford.
Yep, right here in our town.
And we're right back. The kickoff is handled by Nathan Nail, waiting for blockers. Oh, we're in trouble. She'll need to bring it up at halftime and see if we can get it charged up a little bit. On the press box side, on the Turner side. Sorry about that. We're trying to communicate with our night vision videographer on the sideline, Ella Thompson's having some battery issues. We got battery issues everywhere tonight. Oh, I know why. We were using the battery to take photos of homecoming. And I did not know the other battery was dead. So Henryetta, 126 to go here. Empty shift formation right there. Snap goes to Brady. Little bubble screen. Oh, my goodness. Golston knew what that was coming right there. That's film study deluxe for Valliant, and we were lucky that he didn't handle that and take it back for a pick six. And he's frustrated. And I'm going to go ahead and call it right now. Run the same play, same formation, but let Nady go. Pump fake to Will. And let's roll it down the sideline. If not now, later. Clock stops, 2nd and 10, 1:22 to go. Hand off to Nathan White. Ooh, he's hit hard. Good job of hanging on to the football and keeping his feet going to pick up yardage there. Big hit right there by 21 for Valliant. Pickup of 3 on the play by Nathan. So tough run there. Oh, I need the whole camera. Hey, I need the whole camera to charge it.
Night vision's a little out of sorts tonight. We had a week of.
It's been a long week.
Yeah, and we weren't calling the game last week, so.
There's a pump fake. Here it comes. Nakona Johnson. Intercepted. So Brady, we didn't have a step there, so he kind of just threw it up, and good position by number 2 from Valliant, and just held his position all the way down the field, and Kona just couldn't get over the top. Not really his fault. That ball needs to be towards the boundary a little more there. Nice. I mean, it would have been there, but good disciplined defense by number 2 by not biting on that first pump fake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which Brady's got to sell that a little bit more. It was kind of he was pump faking, but he was looking down the field when he did it.
Yeah, and that's pretty uncharacteristic of Brady. This is our 6th game of the year. That's only his 3rd interception. I mean, he's got a mid-70s completion percentage.
Receivers, 3 receivers split out right, 1 to the left. 32 seconds to go. Valliant looks like they're going to try to make something happen here. Throws it deep. Kona right there. Thought we were going to trade interceptions back and forth, which would have been like a catch down here. What did I say?
Kona.
That was Gavin. Sorry, I was thinking Nakona on the last play. So Big Brother almost got the ball right back. Gavin limping just a little bit. Don't do that. They're going to try to come right back at you, bud.
Well, I know he's got football for more than just tonight. I know him and the rest of his family. Him and Kona both are headed to the Red River rivalry tomorrow.
Wow.
So that'd be fun.
Lucky them.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll watch it from my couch. Whistle stopping the snap. I don't know what happened. Coach McGill's on the field. No flag. I don't know why they stopped the snap. Unless it was I forgot they were using them for homecoming. Is the other one in it? Yeah. I'll record. I'll. Oh, that ball's knocked out of his hands. It's on the ground. Valliant ends up getting it back. That's lucky. On their part.
Just another big play there by guess who? Number 51, Taylor Hammerhead.
Hey, Ella, let's just charge it through about halfway through the third, and then you can roll back again for the fourth quarter, especially if it's a good game.
Okay, can you test them?
I just come up here at the start of the fourth quarter and get it. It ought to give you enough to get through the last quarter, because if this ends up being like a barn burner towards the end, we might want some footage of the end of it. Okay, that's fine. It's charging right now.
Okay.
Fourth. Yeah. You can take the third off. Giving you guys a little bit of a glimpse into what all's going on here. We got students on the sidelines filming for hype video stuff. Miss Ella Thompson. Looks like she's a solo in that tonight. Mav on the sideline cam. Isaac on the booth cam. Jacob and I on the mic. Jacob on the computer. 19 seconds to go here. Back to play. Third and long. Valliant looking to throw. Over the middle. And it is nice coverage there by Tater. Don't even look at him. Crawl the other direction. Thank you very much. So 4th and 10. So 4th and 10, 15 seconds to go. Valliant will punt. So Henryetta will get a return and maybe 1 or 2 plays. And it is not going to be returned, and it takes a huge Valliant bounce. And it's not only going to roll a long ways, the clock's going to run all the way down to the 3. So my guess, Henryetta will take a knee here, not try to make a mistake, because we do get the ball to start the third quarter. We got a lot coming up at halftime. We have a Little League homecoming ceremony that we won't necessarily we haven't even thought about whether we bring that live. We'll probably go to commercials because we've cheated our commercial, our advertisers and our supporters a lot tonight because we've been staying with the action. Class of 2004 is here. They're going to recognize them. Then the Henryetta Night Brigade is going to play. And then we're going to announce the winner of the Clash of the Classes right before we start the third quarterback. So Henryetta takes a knee, runs the clock down to zeros, and that is the end of the first half. A long half, hour and a half. Jacob said it a number of times. Jacob, Henryetta up 26-13. Henrietta's played really well at times and really not smart at times.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that they are doing everything they need to do. The bad news is they're letting Valliant hear that they're doing everything they need to do. So, I mean, it's a lot easier for us to kind of quiet down than, make some adjustments on offense or defense. So, I mean,
Good point.
we'll take the scoreboard right now. We know after McGill's reactions that they're going to hear it definitely in the locker room. But they got to be proud, man. Taylor making some big plays on defense. Jason Powder's making some huge plays on offense. Really happy. I mean, it's going to be a good second half.
Well, if we keep up the penalty stuff, I have a feeling that it's going to go beyond hearing it. I want to hear about thousands of up-downs for everybody with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty next week. We've just got to eliminate those things because, honestly, if you take those away, we're up 26-0. So that's how big it can be. But anyway, we are going to take a break to hear from all of our sponsors of Night Vision TV. You're watching Henryetta football on homecoming night. Henryetta leading at 26-13. It's halftime. We'll be right back.
Every month brings exciting new ways to win at Creek Nation Casino Holdenville. To find out this month's big giveaways, check out our website for all the details. Our monthly promotions include hundreds of thousands in cash and prizes, car and trip giveaways, rewards play, and more. Plus, don't forget, play with your Connect card and earn points at any of our properties to receive even more special perks. Don't miss out on all the ways you can win at Creek Nation Casino Holdenville.
The Muskogee Creek Nation Reintegration, located in Henryetta, Oklahoma, offers adult reentry and at-risk youth services, as well as fiber optic technician training. The mission of reintegration is to enhance public safety through cultural program initiatives, to provide justice involving tribal citizens and at-risk youth with education and employment opportunities. Please contact our office at 918-549-2620 for more information. Mado.
Faith Church is a proud sponsor of the Henryetta Knights. Here's to a great season. And no matter what season of life you are in, Faith Church has something for you. We would like to invite you to join us in person at one of our weekly worship services. On Sundays, we have traditional service beginning at 9 a.m., followed by our contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. You can also watch us online at faithchurchnow.com. We hope to see you soon. Go Knights!
Henryetta Public Schools would like to thank Golden Pony Casino for their donation of our H-Town Proud Night bottled water sold in all of our Henryetta Night athletic concessions.
The American Exchange Bank has been the pillar of this community since 1933. This bank has a great future. This is a very well capitalized bank, and we're proud of it.
Hometown Healthcare Solution is a family-owned and operated healthcare company. We're committed to providing affordable healthcare to our hometown folks and surrounding communities. We offer standard urgent care visits as well as lab testing, x-rays, and minor procedures. We are an urgent care for all ages, and we offer primary care for adults and accept all insurances. Hometown Healthcare Solutions, located at 811 West Main right here in Henryetta, is open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 5, and Friday, 8:30 to 3. After Labor Day, during increased peak flu season, we're open on Sundays from 12 to 4. Give us a call, 918-319-5021, or just walk in and let us see how we can help you and your family. Hometown Healthcare Solutions, where our mission is to treat your family like our family.
Farm Bureau Insurance takes pride in providing the best coverage possible to our clients and neighbors. We can cover all of your insurance needs, from home, auto, farm, commercial, life, and everything in between. Stop by our Farm Bureau office at 1012 West Main Street in Henryetta, or give us a call at 918-652-3783. Living beside you, working for you. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Digital Dilemmas presents Dog delays. Can an old dog learn a new trick? Not when it's an old device trying to process fast connection speeds.
Even with the best Wi-Fi router, if you're connecting to the internet wirelessly from an old device, you will probably experience slow speeds. Consider upgrading your devices to improve your online experience. Stay tuned for more digital dilemmas.
You are watching Night Vision TV, home of Henryetta Athletics, powered by Love Ford, right here in Henryetta.
Hello, Henryetta.
Brad and Brian here with Love Ford. We are proud to showcase our town on our radio show Saturday mornings on the Sports Animal.
And check out our podcast on YouTube.
Brad, who's from Henryetta?
16-time world champion Jim Shoulders.
Who else, Brad's from Henryetta?
3-time Super Bowl champion Troy Aikman.
And your favorite actress from Henryetta, Brad?
Miss Alice Ghostley.
We have great deals, great service, and the Love 15150.
That's 15 years, 150,000-mile warranty on all new Fords, gas or diesel.
And 7 years, 150,000 miles added on qualified pre-owns.
So, Brian, the best place to buy a new car is Love Ford.
Yep, right here in our town. Join us in supporting the Knights and come see us.
Hey, don't forget me and Buddy.
Never. Or visit iloveford.com.
That's L-U-V, baby!
A one-of-a-kind experience awaits you at River Spirit Casino Resort. Island-inspired vibes and beautiful river views from our luxurious resort hotel. Endless gaming excitement with 2 casinos under one roof, Margaritaville and River Spirit. And fine dining excellence at the only Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Oklahoma. So many unforgettable experiences you won't find anywhere else. Only at River Spirit Casino Resort.
Rustler's Barbecue is a proud supporter of Henryetta Knights Athletics. Did you know that America's best barbecue is located right here in Henryetta? Rustler's Barbecue is open Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. To place your order for pickup, call 918-650-9800. Rustler's Barbecue at 806 East Industrial Road. Rustler's Barbecue. Rustled right up just for you.
And we are back joining in action the Night Brigade performing. We are working on a way to get a microphone on the field. We have a camera, but we're not figuring out how to get the mic to where you can hear the brigade. But they are going to be in contest performance on Wednesday next week, I believe around 9 o'clock in McAllister. So I know everybody's probably got work, but hopefully that we can get some people down there to support our award-winning Night Brigade. They had a big week last week at Kanawha. They won their 204th and 205th trophy since 2000. And that's a lot of hardware for the Night Brigade. Coach Mr. Alan Montgomery does a great job of coaching his band up. And they sound great and look great. And we are proud of them. We'll let you watch their formations go to work. Are we back live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, I haven't stopped. Just big announcement here in the stadium. I screwed up the class year. I've said 2024 a bunch today. But the winner of the Clash of the Classes competition went to the senior class 2025. And it was so close in the voting. It came down to the dance challenge last night, and the seniors were awarded 9 more points than the juniors. Both dances were amazing, but it was just a great night on the homecoming Main Street block party pep rally, and it just was, man, it was fun, wasn't it?
It was. I had a blast. I know that our class worked really hard on that float. Some late hours when it came to the dances. I know Addie Chavez, Emma Thompson worked really hard on choreographing that dance. Did an amazing job. I think overall we came together as a class. Every grade came together as a class, and it was fun competition.
Yeah, I said it during the homecoming live stream. If you look across over there, you'll see the floats, and we literally haven't had rain in Henryetta in a month and a half, but last night, with the floats parked here in the parking lot, it poured and the wind blew and just battered the float. So what you see over there is not a good version of what you saw on Main Street last night, but the juniors Too Legit to Quit float was legit. I mean, it really was. And they won the float division. The seniors won the dance division. And so that was the difference. Really close everywhere else. It came down to the dance. If the juniors would have won the dance, they would have won the competition. So, but the juniors won as sophomores, and they'll get another chance. You seniors won't. So you're going out on top.
It's the way to do it.
So we're back to football here. 26-13, starting the third quarter. Henryetta to receive. Kick goes to number 3, Will Perez, looking to start the third quarter off with a bang. He gets about 6 on the return. Gets the ball out to the 35. And that's where Henrietta's offense will go back to work. Interesting right here to see what adjustments were made at halftime. And we're really, what adjustments do you make, Jacob, if you're Henrietta's offense? I mean, do you make adjustments, or you just say, let's keep doing what we're doing?
No, I mean, our runs on the inside have been, unstoppable. We've been dominant at the line of scrimmage. Some great balls have been thrown by Brady. I know that Valliant's gotten some pressure in the backfield, but just make sure that our receivers are getting open just a little bit quicker if that's an adjustment that you can make. But overall, really happy with how we played.
Yeah, again, not to harp on it, but want to be more sound in the penalty department. So hopefully plenty of discussion about that at halftime. We say it all the time. It's an emotional sport, but you got to keep them in check. Coming right back to that Wildcat formation, Will hands it off this time. He's kept it every time before that, but he handed it off to Nathan White. He's going to get a tough 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 9. And you got to think, Jacob, the way our defense has played, if we can just get the ball in the end zone 1 or 2 more times tonight, I think it'd be difficult for Valliant unless we see a totally different Valliant offense here in the second half.
Absolutely.
Staying in that gun. Will, zone read. He's got room, looking for a block out there by Damon. Good job by Damon Arthur not picking up a holding penalty or blocking the back. And Will's out of bounds right at the 50, so a pickup of 14 yards on the carry. H-Town first down to the 49. So 1st and 10, Henryetta. So that little Wildcat formation we've went to quite a bit. We're staying in it now. Handoff goes to Nathan White. Up the middle, breaks 2 tackles. He's tackled up high again. Still going, trying to rip away. Great job holding on to the football. Nathan showing that strength he's got in the upper body. Another tackle high up around the neck there, and no flag on the play. Not saying it was a face mask, but, I think a lot of that is just Valliant doing everything they can to try to just slow our running backs down, and they're just running hard downhill.
Absolutely. It's not like they're making some great jukes. They haven't been easy to tackle, but they're mostly not easy to tackle because nice run by Will there.
Tries to run over the next guy.
But that's what I'm talking about. These guys, they're not just juking. They just are gonna run you over, or we're both gonna go to the ground.
Jacob turned into play-by-play guy there in the middle of his comment.
I'm over here tapping.
Good job, buddy.
Like, hey, this is you. This is you.
But yeah, it's interesting. Even Will, watching him run out of that formation, it's like chop, 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 open, bam, gone. Not necessarily to the house, but, picking up chunk yardage.
Yeah, for sure.
And Henryetta just stays in it. This time handed to Jason Powders. He does the same thing. Henryetta just great patience and vision. Jason stays in bounds. Looked like he was going to go out of bounds. Gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. Another H-Town first down. And our, again, running backs just literally just following blockers until there's a time to burst, and then we burst. And that Henryetta ground game is churning them out. First and goal, staying in that, and Jason's up the middle for an H-Town touchdown. What a big-time drive to start the third quarter. I saw a flag on the play after the play. So we'll see what this is all about. Gosh, I hope it's not our guys celebrating or doing something stupid. Either way, I think this penalty is going to be a post-score penalty. Jason was well in and turned around and flipping the ball back to the official whenever the flag went in the air. Dead ball, personal foul, and that one's on Valliant. So the touchdown's going to be good regardless of who it was on. Isaac and Jacob giving high fives over me up here, and these dudes are pumped up. Jacob said it time and time again, big football game, big moment for Henryetta. They not only want to make the playoffs, they want to host a first-round playoff game. And if they keep playing like they're capable of playing tonight and from here on out, you're going to see playoff football in Cameron Field. So at 32-13, looks like Henrietta's going to probably, why not line up and Wildcat and go again? That's what they do. Will up the middle. He's hit initially, working his way down towards the line, and it is good for a 2-point conversion. And I'm going to tell you guys a secret here. Like, I about had a heart attack. I just looked up and saw the flame over there at the grill, and I thought something was on fire in the end zone. I'm like, oh, my goodness, call the fire department. But Coach Kellett's over there still cooking burgers, and they were good. So we got to see from all of our sponsors, did we? At halftime, did we get
Absolutely.
to EcoLink?
Yep, sure did.
Great. So that's 2 times through all of our Night Vision TV sponsors who make this possible for us to bring you these games in the comfort of your own home or on your phone, wherever you're at. We appreciate all of our viewers. I'm thinking, I bet we have a viewer up in Kansas somewhere. Wonder if Ethan Green's watching tonight, Jacob.
I hope so. I actually got a text from him last weekend. No stream, question mark? Ethan, if you're watching, I'm sorry I didn't get to you, buddy. No, there wasn't a stream, if you're still wondering.
So while we're waiting for kickoff here, let's look at a few scores in our district. Wow, Holdenville up on Beggs. This is not in our district. Holdenville's up 32-0.
Wow.
Holdenville's got a good team this year. Former head coach Darren Johnson, Henryetta guy at Holdenville. I think he's the defensive coordinator down there. He's got a good bunch. Third quarter score, Valliant 48, Atoka 0. So Valliant rolling. Ooh, look at this game. Halftime, Wilburton 30, Spiro 29.
Wow.
Wilburton looking to win for the first time in 24 games. kickoff is we kicked that ball inbounds deep. Who kicked that, Blaze? Nice kick. Good job by the kick coverage team getting down the field. And the final game in our district tonight going on at halftime, Antlers leading Morris 28-6. So, really no surprises there in the district. And so with 10-11 to go in the third quarter, we're just a quarter and about 3/4 of one away from a monster showdown at Valliant next Thursday. It's fall break week coming up, so that's Thursday night football for all of us. But let's stay at Friday night for now. Valliant with the ball, 1st and 10. Quarterback keeper up the middle. He's got running room. Will needs to make that tackle, doesn't. Nady left. Nady's going to run him out of bounds. And Dory's the quarterback, struggled early on, but that little zone read, he's doing a good job of reading our linebackers. And I'm surprised that Mr. Hamrick is letting him – Taylor must be getting scheme blocked pretty well. So another big gain for Dory's. Gets the ball all the way out to the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10, Valliant.
Well, he's pretty explosive, Coach. He's pretty good at going from no to go real fast. And, I mean, once he's going, he's electric.
Well, he's using that we're keying on the Golston kid. Now he's wanting to pass. Quick pass. Oh, it's caught by number 2. We'll try to knock that ball down, and we're still trying to tackle him. Tater finally does get him to the ground. Will went for the bat down or the interception and missed it, and 2 did a good job of hauling it in. I'm okay with that. That's the guy trying to make a play from that safety position, and he just whiffed on it.
Yeah, what a great throw and catch, too, there.
It was. So Valliant showing you how they scored 60 points on the Spyro last week. 2 plays in a row, big chunk yardage, a run by the quarterback, and then a nice throw. Hand off to Golston up the middle. Ball's loose, but whistles were blowing way before that ball came out. So not much running room for the young man that was touted as a Division I prospect. Henrietta's defense has done a really good job, and I think that's why you see Dory's having run to room in that zone read is when he puts the ball in 24 stomach, there's 5 or 6 Henrietta defenders keying, and then he just pulls it, and he's got one-on-one.
Absolutely.
2nd and 6. Golston tries to bounce it outside, then tries to go back inside, and that's not the place you want to go on this defense. 51. Jason Powders, 51, Hamrick, and 44, Bub Miller, all right there. I don't see Jordan Miller. Is he on the field?
Yeah, there he is, 52.
Okay. Jordan was kind of questionable this week. I don't know that he's 100%, but he's playing hard, and he's still in the ball game. 8 minutes to go here. Dory's quick pass to number 12. Great defense right there. Open field tackle. Is that Nady or Gavin?
That's Kona.
Oh, that's Kona. Good job, Nakona, sophomore. So 4th and 5. Big play coming up right here. Nakona, what are you doing, buddy? You coming off the field? So interesting call right here to see what Valliant does. They're probably going to try to get the ball in the playmaker's hand quick, or they're going to a little double move us right here. Looking at number 2, trying to throw the post route over the middle. Nice catch and throw, and that's going to be a Valliant touchdown. And honestly, we had the guy right there with him, but you said it before. Great pass, great catch. And the receiver went up and knew he was going to get hit, but he came down with it. So Valliant not done. Showing a lot of grit and determination to stay in this ball game. Kick up and good. So 34-20 is your score. And just when we breathe a little bit, Jacob, Valliant rolling right back at us. And it's a 2-score game with a bunch of football left to be played.
Yeah, that was a good drive there by Valliant. You can see our defense, our guys that are about to be on the offensive side of the ball, a little tired here. It was a nice offensive drive there. Made our defense work a little bit, so it's a good opportunity for our guys to kind of rest up a little bit and answer right here.
So 2 big pass plays by the Bulldogs there, really extending and finishing that drive off. Valliant doing a better job up front, giving that quarterback, Dory, some time to let his man get open downfield. And it wasn't like he was running wide open. We had I think it was Kona running right there with him, kind of just maybe a step behind. But, again, nice positioning by the wide receiver from Valliant. Ball is handled by Will. Stutter steps a little bit to the left. Hold on to that football. The ball is loose, and I think Valiant's got it. Will on the fumble, and the ball bounced and popped right into number 9's hands. And just like that, momentum is on the Valliant side.
And, man, Will's beating himself up there. I mean, mistakes are going to happen. Honestly, you just got to be able to shrug that one off and be like, okay, let's get it back on defense. Rack up some more defensive stats, why don't we?
And I like to see not only his head coach, but Gavin and Jason picking him up right there, telling him to shake it off. Got to go back to work. So when you look at a game like this, we always talk about turnovers and penalties, and it's just a recipe for giving a team an edge. And right now that edge is going to Valliant with the mistakes. Pass to number 24, trying to find another way. That looks like a block in the back right there, missed. And Golston's going to score. There is a flag on the play. He's got his helmet off, which is a penalty within itself unless it came off in the play. It's against Valliant, so it's going to erase the score. And it's going to be a spot foul, so it's not going to march Valliant. Depends on where that flag, if it's where the flag is, it's at the 10, so that'll only take the ball back to the 20. So it's still going to be a 5-yard gain if that's where they mark it from, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. So the penalty was on Valliant, blocking the back. Coach Turner not happy about the White Hat signal to the press box, and he let him know about it. So 2nd and 5. Look at this formation here on the right. Look for the pass to go right here, maybe. And just when I say that, it's to 12, and he's wide open, one-on-one, and he is in for a touchdown. No flags on the play, and we have got ourselves a 1-score game.
And we talked about it, what happened last week, Coach, is this team comes out so hot, but then they start to let off that gas a little bit come halftime.
I'm going to take the blame for talking about hosting a playoff game. And ever since I said it, it's all Valliant since then. And we're still 7 minutes to go just in the third quarter. The good news on that is our offense, if we can get the ball back in our hands, has moved it well all week. Or all night. It's been a week. Look like offsides. Henryetta came across a little too early. Will trying to time up that rush right there, trying to block it, making it an 8-point game. If Henryetta can keep Valliant from booting this one through. They'll still kick it. And that was a bad kick, but the whistle was blowing early. Another offsides on Henryetta. So Interesting. You'd think with a couple, Valliant might try to line up and punch it in and make it a 6-point game. Their extra point kicker's been good. And they'll stay in the kick formation. Going to trust their kicker. Kick is up, and that's why they trust him, because he's right down the middle. And it makes our score 34-27. Let's change the vibe up a little bit. Let's go to a commercial. We'll go to River Spirit, our sideline pass sponsorship.
A one-of-a-kind experience awaits you at River Spirit Casino Resort. Island-inspired vibes and beautiful river views from our luxurious resort hotel. Endless gaming excitement with 2 casinos under one roof, Margaritaville and River Spirit. And fine dining excellence at the only Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Oklahoma. So many unforgettable experiences you won't find anywhere else. Only at River Spirit Casino Resort.
And we're back. We were having conversations up here, and I thought we were still alive. Interesting thing right there, and maybe a point of note. Henryetta coming off the field, number 2, number 44, a couple of seniors really getting after their teammates to stay in it. The crowd here spurring them on as well. Nady is going to pick this kick up. And he's tackled immediately, and we're just not – I mean, we're just stutter stepping. We need to hit the hole and go. So Henryetta will take over, 1st and 10, ball at the 25.
We didn't see him in the first drive to start the second half. We ran a lot of Wildcat there, but we're going to see Brady Norman again.
Well, it's, you can't really say anything about it because we marched right down their throat.
Yeah.
Just like we did the first drive of the first half.
Absolutely. It's not like he's doing anything wrong. I mean, he had the interception, but it was kind of a last-second heave type thing.
Valliant's having a hard time scheming up, but I'm wondering if, of course, he's still in the game. I'm thinking Coach McGill may be just trying to give Will a little bit of a chance to catch his breath, and that Valliant sidelines and crowd is fired up. They're a long way from home. And they're not thinking about that right now. They're watching their team cut right back into this ball game, and their defense starting to play better, at least on that play. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. .6:20 to go in the third. Get back to smash mouth football. Dominate the line of scrimmage. Brady's pass, was that knocked down? Well, I don't know. It almost looked like the ball was tipped because it was not flying like Brady's ball would fly.
Yeah.
So incomplete. Clock stops. 3rd and 12.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but clearly it was a screenplay there. I think Bub's route was just a little too far upfield. It took too long to develop to give Brady the opportunity to get the ball out of his hands.
So was it a screen?
I think so. I think that's why they were in the backfield so fast.
Yeah. We've done a pretty good job of blocking them up front, but they were running free quick on Brady. False start on Henryetta. So it'll back them up another 5 yards. So we're getting into a 3rd and a long way to gain. Henryetta hasn't had a big-time explosive pass play tonight.
And that goes back to that Valliant coverage. I mean, they've given, our receivers a hard time. They've been in that back pocket pretty much all night. And there was that one dot that Brady threw to Will in the first half, but other than that, they've done a pretty good job.
So 3rd and long, 7-point ball game. Brady's going to roll out to his right. He's got Nathan open out to the 25, but that's just going to get him up to the original line of scrimmage before the penalty. I can't even remember how we got that far back. We lost two on first down, and then the 5-yard false start penalty. So Henrietta's going to have to punt it, and that Valliant offense, who's scored the last 2 times they've touched it, and pretty quick, is going to come back out here. Another big play in that first half was that snap that got away from us. Nice punt there by Blaze Hill. Good job, number 55 there. So that'll back Valliant up. So the defense really needs to stand tall right here. Come up with a turnover or a quick 3 and out and get that offense of ours into a little bit better situation. But Valliant's playing on their toes. Henryetta slightly on their heels on defense right now. So we need a big play out of one of our seniors, or we'll take it any class member.
Yeah.
To spark this Henryetta crowd and this Henryetta team and steal that momentum that Valliant's got in their back pocket right now. 5:20 to go. You can hear the people in the crowd trying to get behind their defense. Valliant doing a good job of getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands fast and getting it to their playmakers out in space, kind of like Beggs did on us.
Something to keep note of, Taylor in the linebacker position. Oh.
And off to Goldston. Nothing doing there. He may have fell forward for a couple, but Landon Honeycutt Jones.
We've seen Taylor in that linebacker position. He's already had 2 interceptions this year, one of them being a pick 6.
Yep.
So, I mean, he might be dangerous in the backfield, but the second that he drops back in coverage, I mean.
They haven't really thrown a lot over the middle, right, other than that one post play. Everything's been short and quick out on the perimeter. That's going to be thrown deep. Gavin, that's overthrown. Nice coverage by number 11 there.
Man, you want to talk about elite from last season. His coverage, I mean, they throw it his way a lot. Maybe it's because he's not as – it's because he's undersized, but he has proven time and time again that he's either going to get a hand on it or you're not going to be able to complete that pass.
Now, that kid may be undersized, but he's got the fastest beating heart
absolutely
on this football team.
And this crowd's
and listen to the crowd. Yeah. Like, I haven't seen this very often. Of course, we haven't been in a lot of close games. 3rd and 7. Valliant trying to draw them off to get a little bit better 3rd and to gain situation. Henryetta doing a good job. Delay of game. Jason's fired up. That Henryetta crowd's fired up, at least a quarter of them. This group right in here in the middle to the right, the ones you see at every ball game, they're enjoying some exciting football. And, guys, it wasn't that exciting 6 minutes ago, but it is now. 3rd and 12. We haven't got to call one of these in a while, Jacob.
We have not.
Do a good job. Tackle in space right here, fellas. 3rd and 12. 4:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dory's going to roll out. Now he's going to keep it. He's got a lot of room to run. That is a hold, not called. He gets by Gavin. And that is a designed, delayed quarterback draw by Dory's. And a great scheme there. And that was Red Sea parted right there.
But, I mean, man, how do you not call that a holding call, though? I mean, it
it was on the edge.
Maybe like a quarter of a second longer and it's a holding call. I mean,
So big first down there, moving the ball into Henryetta territory to the 46-yard line. Handoff goes to number 2, trying to get to the outside. He does. He's got room to run. Taylor trying to trip him up, and he does. And Valliant has found a recipe right here, not only in Dory's as the quarterback, but also running horizontally and getting past what makes Henrietta's defense so good, and then getting out into the open onto Henrietta's secondary, and then just finding those seams. Wow. what a turn of events here in the third quarter. Hand off to Golston up the middle, breaks the tackle, still moving, holding on to that football all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Oh, Cameron.
Handoff goes to Golston up the middle, cuts back. He's got room, trying to break another tackle. He's down near the 2 or 3 yard line. And boys, this doesn't feel good.
No, I'm looking at our defensive line, and they're beat up. I mean, honestly, you could tell that they're a little fatigued. I mean,
well, they've been on the field the last 8 minutes. And, a few of them been on the field the whole time.
Yeah.
So 1st and goal down at the 4. Golston up the middle. Touchdown, Valliant. And we're an extra point away from a tie ball game. It was 34-13 with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, and we still have almost 3 minutes to go, and it's tied. And this Henryetta crowd is just – they've been trying to spur the guys on, but they're just almost as shocked as the team on the field right now. Kick is up, and it is perfect. So Valliant, they're just kind of – they look like they want it more than we do right now. So Henrietta's got to dig deep here, especially on offense. We've got to answer. If you give Valliant the ball back immediately on a 3 and out, this isn't going to look good. But, sometimes you see games like this, a team gets out to a big lead thinking it's pretty much in the bag, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's a tie game, and even that other team not only comes back, but they take the lead. Sometimes it's what sparks finally the other team to come back. Because I would have told you, we were the better football team until the last 6 minutes.
Yes.
And we may still be, but right now we're not playing better than Valliant, for sure. So credit to them.
This is a perfect opportunity for some guys that we haven't seen as much tonight to explode. You get to see a little bit more of Will. You get to see a little bit more of Nathan. You get to see a little bit more of Brady. You've ran the ball so much and done such a good job, and they're finally starting to stop it. Let them commit to that a little bit and go make a play.
Will's return out of bounds at the 30. So I do have a report, good news at least. Jason Powders has eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark tonight. But we're going to need more. Not 1,000 yards tonight, but 1,000 yards on the year.
Which that puts him. I mean, we've talked about records a little bit, so we'll just bring it up. We're not saying anything, but just that he is pretty. I mean, he's already passed the halfway mark to the single-season rushing record.
I'm not sure what Nick ended up with. I know it was around 1,700 to break it, but then he had 1 or 2 more games after that. So we'll have to check into that. But right now, we've got to get going, and we're going to go right to that Wildcat that we had so much success with to start the third quarter. And nice gain there of 4. And so Henryetta going to line up and play big boy football. So we'll call it 2nd and 6. So important to not only fire off the ball here, but for our running backs to hang on to it. Clock moving, 2:10 to go in the third. Ooh, Tater was close to losing that on the handoff.
And man, right there was just some missed assignments. You had some guys going towards the the right side of the field there, and I guess you could say the far side of the field.
So we're going to get out of that Wildcat right here on 3rd and 6. So big play coming up right here. Brady back into the game. We're still in the bunch formation, though. We're going to run into that little motion set that we run to all the time, trying to draw them offsides. Delay of game on Henryetta. So it was like we were trying to draw them off sides, and then we look up, and there's literally 6 seconds or under, and we kind of lost track of the play clock. I thought Brady was trying to call a timeout, but it must not have been in time.
It looked like there was 2 seconds left as he started calling the timeout, but, sometimes it's just not seen.
Well, the problem is he was looking at the line where he needs to turn around to the white hat or the back judge here. Yeah. So, 3rd and 11. Oh, gosh, he's got a guy wide open. 2 of them. Will, step for step, and he drops it. Gavin was wide open, too, on the route on the sideline. Nice ball there by Brady.
At the end of the day, Coach, that's a tough ball to catch. I mean, it really is. It was great. It was defended really well. Man, I know Will's beating himself up there, but.
And the call most likely supposed to preset go to Will, but Gavin was 5 yards behind his guy right here at the 50. It would have been a much easier catch, I know that. So 1-11, 4th down. Henryetta going to have to punt and get the ball right back to Valliant. Blaze's punt is handled by number 3. Breaks 1 tackle, breaks another. Now he's looking for running room. And he's tackled at the 50-yard line by number 20. He's fired up. That's that Braxton Stockholm. Flag on the field. We're going to need that to be on them. Hopefully a holding call. Looks like it's going to be against Valliant.
I mean, what do you tell your guys here, Coach? I mean, they're tired. They've been playing their butt off. They came out and just are playing a Valliant team that made some adjustments like we said they would and are just fired up. I mean, what do you say here?
You say you're tired, you've played your butt off, but you got to decide if you want it more than they do. And if you do, you got to leave it all on the field. You got to dig deep. You got to find what left you have in the tank because there's a whole quarter of football to be played. And you got to go to your seniors and say who's going to be the guy to make a play to spark and turn the momentum back in our favor. Big penalty coming up here for Valliant. 15-yarder, personal foul, back to the 29. So you look to guys like Gaxiola, who, he's probably not in great shape just because he hasn't been on the field much because of the injury. Jordan Miller, Bub, Taylor, Jason. The problem is, again, that Valliant is just they're running plays that takes those guys out of it. So, again, kudos to them. Late switch here by the Henryetta defense. And Valliant just keeps spreading that Henryetta defense out. And Dories tries to run it, and he does. Jordan Miller right there quick to turn him back. He's 30. Jason Scott cleaned it up, but that play was made by 52 right after I just said it. So we've got to do a good job, of containing Dories, but we can't play him upfield because if he makes one guy miss. And we did a good job early on because it's like we had a guy spying him, which was Taylor, but Taylor's getting caught up elsewhere right now. 2nd and 10. Dories pass out and caught. We'll take that. That's going to be a loss on the play. Thank you, Mr. Golston, for catching that ball. And he looks like he's kind of bum cramping. He's going to go down there, going to try to rub that thing out. His quarterback's down there. Come on, buddy. I'm going to need you here. So, just a cramp, I'm pretty sure. And the quarterback's still working on him. He must be a trainer in his off day. Nice job there by the Henryetta defense on the first 2 downs. But how many? We saw this while ago, 3rd and long, and Valliant connects on a pass, and the drive, that was the drive before the last one. The last drive, Dory's with a big 35-yard scamper to get them out of that hole and keep the drive alive that ended up in the game-tying touchdown. And it's at 9:35, and we're still not to quarter number 4. So I'll tell you, honestly, this is I don't want anybody to be hurt, and it looks like a cramp, but this is probably a good thing for Henryetta. It lets them kind of collect themselves, catch their breath, because it just didn't feel like there ever was really a stoppage of play in this flurry from Valliant. With 21 unanswered points to knot this game up at 34. It's crazy, you know, when I started calling out scores from elsewhere in the district, the first score that popped up was our 34-13, and I'm thinking most people are going, well, Henrietta's going to win that football game. And so they're going to let the quarter run down, so we'll tack on a little bit more breathe time here for Henryetta. And so we will take a break to hear from our sponsor, Rustler's Barbecue. You're watching Night Vision TV, Henryetta football. We'll be right back for a big fourth quarter here in 2A8.
Rustler's Barbecue is a proud supporter of Henryetta Knights Athletics. Did you know that America's best barbecue is located right here in Henryetta? Rustler's Barbecue is open Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. To place your order for pickup, call 918-650-9800. Rustler's Barbecue at 806 East Industrial Road. Rustler's Barbecue. Rustled right up just for you.
Night Vision TV would like to extend their sincerest appreciation to Love's Travel Stops for their generous donation to Henryetta Public Schools.
And we're back, starting the fourth quarter here. Valliant with the football, tie ball game, 3rd and long. So the rest gave Henryetta a chance to catch their breath, but what did Valliant scheme up here? Pass. Tater. Oh, my goodness. That's what I sound like on my couch watching OU play, too. But Tater did a great job of breaking on the route, tried to knock it down, almost whiffed it, but what was bad was he slowed the ball down, and it almost fell right into number 3's hands.
And everybody around him was falling to the ground. He would have.
If he catches it, he houses it.
Yeah.
Nice ball by Dories. I'm impressed with him. He's a good player.
Yeah.
So 4th and long. I would say that Valliant's going to punt, but Dories, the quarterback, looks to be the punter. So punt it, he does. Need to peter away from that thing. That ball's going to take a Henryetta bounce. So great field position here for the Knights. So we said it before going into that drive. The Henryetta defense needs to step up and spark. And spark they did. And so they're going to give their offense the ball back in great field position. And we got to get back to what we were doing early on when we were controlling that line of scrimmage. But Valliant's just playing with a lot of heart up front, a lot more than they did to start the game, and our offense has got to get back to our identity because the passing game just hasn't been there, and we've tried. Double motion.
How?
And that's not how we needed to start the drive. A lot of motion going on. I haven't ever seen that much out of us. So illegal shift, I think's the call, even though the other guy called a false start. Nobody moved. It was just a lot of movement laterally. So here the guy in the box next to me talking about us not being set, but we never snapped the ball. So I don't know. Interesting. So no motion there. That could have been a false start penalty. Jason, cut that back the way you're supposed to, buddy. Nice gain on the play. Without the penalty, would have been a pickup of 6, setting up 2nd and 4. Instead, because of the penalty, it's 2nd and 8.
And, man, I know we've been hard on that close side line, Judge, but we were kind of bailed out there a little bit. Looked like Gavin had kind of started there a little early.
Well, they switched. The guy over here is the guy that was over there in the first half. That's what they usually do is rotate. So hand off to Jason. He's got room, trying to break it out to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Stiff arms number 9. Nice run there, Jason Powders. Big gain. Good for an H-Town first down to the 25-yard line. Clock on a stop just to move the chains, and now it's back to running again. 1st and 10, Henryetta. And we're going to start this one the same way. False start there against Henryetta.
Tried to go sideline cam there. We lost it. It died as soon as we went to it.
Sideline cam did?
Yeah, it sure did.
So he's out of battery? But we got battery issues tonight. Must be all the electricity in the air.
Yeah, we'll take that one for sure. Coach Bean setting the mood as always.
My mood is nervous right now.
Yeah.
1st and 15. Hand off to Powders up the middle. Nothing doing. He tries to pick up 1.
Looked like that play was kind of blown up there. I don't think that's what they had drawn up.
Well, we're trying to get that motion moving across the set there, and Valliant wasn't having any of it. So interesting matchup right here up front. Look at the Valliant number 24. Feeling it. 2nd and long. And that's going to be a false start penalty, and Henrietta's just making tired mistakes. And I hope our fans are yelling at our guys because we're moving. 2nd and long. And this drive, after a big run by Jason, giving us a first down, now we're 2nd and 20. After 2 consecutive false start penalties and a run that went nowhere. Oh, Gaxiola through his hands. And he was open, and you can see Blake just a little gimpy playing on that leg that's been banged up since the Okema game. Nice call there. Schemed up wide open. So most likely we're in 4-down territory. So, you know, you want to try to get 12, 10, 12, 13 yards here, even 10 or 8 to give yourself a little bit more manageable 4th down. And so you can only fumble. Brady picks it up, trying to get away. He does. He's got Jason. It's caught at the 15-yard line. Great play by senior quarterback Brady Norman. Finds his guy. We needed 12. We got 18. It's not enough for a first down. It's going to be 4th and 2. Timeout, Henryetta. So I'm going to make a call right here. Don't be surprised out of this timeout if we go to Sugar Huddle.
Man, what a play. What a play.
Jason, nice catch, falling down with his pretty much butt laying on the ground when he catches it. And that's kind of unfortunate because if he stays on his feet, he scores.
Yeah.
But he did whatever he had to do to secure the catch. Just wish he'd have sat down on it about 4 more yards down the field. So they don't make 4th downs any bigger than this one coming up. Man, we got some heart rates going up here in H-Town tonight. Mine included. So we are still live here. We're going to stay 4th and 2. Actually, now the guy just moved up 4th and 1. That looks better. So we are in Wildcat. Will does a great job. Gets down to the 15. Depends on the spot. That's not where he was down.
He's not good.
And the spot, Will's literally got hit right here at the 15, but they've spotted the ball on that side of the 15. So I don't mind when you're in that formation. We've run it up the middle all night long, so trying to bounce Will out was probably a pretty good call, but Valliant doing a good job of stringing it to the outside. And Will just kind of going to the sideline a little bit instead of trying to cut that thing back up because we only needed a yard, but it looked like he gained a yard at least. I always wonder how a guy on the sideline, when the play's coming at him and you're getting out of the way, you can tell where the ball is spotted.
Yeah.
The guy on the opposite side looked like he was right at the line to gain, but he's on the other side of the field. So looks like we have, is that Will down?
Yeah, he's pretty banged up right now.
He took a pretty good hit. Say what you want. The formation's been successful all night long. But you know what? Sometimes it's just a matter of the other team standing right there and taking it on. And so Valiant's going to take over.
The good news is they've got a lot of field to go.
They do. They do. So that defense can't get caught up in what just happened on offense and give up a big play. In fact, we need an explosive play, maybe create some kind of turnover or something. Come on, senior defender. Still plenty of time in the ball game. Quarterback almost dropped that ball. Passes to number 2. He's wide open. Kona getting held. It's going to be good for a pickup of probably, you see where they spot in that one. Looks like right at the line to gain, maybe just a yard short. Once again, that's a guy spotting the ball. He's running behind the play. Nope, I'm saying he's got a first down. So out of bounds. Clock stopped for the time being till they get the change set. Quarterback keeper, Gaxiola was right there. Just Blake's having a hard time moving. Ball's loose, but the whistle blew. Whistle had blown early, so his forward momentum had stopped. And the whistle had blown before the ball came out. Henryetta fans don't like it, but it did come out after the whistle. So 2nd and 10. That would have been a big play. But good job by the Henryetta defense trying to strip that thing out of there. We got to keep doing that. And so our favorite side judge over there just threw a flag, and I bet it's on somebody with a black jersey. He's looking at our corner over there. Is that Gavin? Oh, sideline warning on Henryetta.
The only person that was off the sideline was Coach McGill, and he was only about 5 yards off the.
That's confusing. How can you get a sideline warning on the other side of the field?
I think that's. I think that's.
Did he point the wrong direction? Well, the Valliant coaches are on the field.
I think it might be on Valliant, Coach. I think he's just a little antsy right now, to be completely honest with you.
Well, I don't blame the Valliant coach. He's confused. But the side judge threw the penalty and was looking at Gavin. But I don't get the sideline warning. So was that where the ball was getting ready to get spotted from? Was that where the ball was spotted and was getting ready to get snapped from? I don't remember them getting yardage.
They did. That's probably about the
Oh, on first down?
Yeah, on that first down, because it was a run up the middle, and then man, I know you can see it. At least it is on our monitor. If I hold it for a second, that camera's shaking a little bit for our viewers at home.
Well, Henryetta needs to win the football game, but they're in a big-time playoff atmosphere. I don't understand what the discussion is. And you got to think, I still think this delay in the game serves Henryetta right.
Yeah. It's our favorite line judge. It's just.
Well, here's a possibility too. I heard Coach Turner at halftime talking about the white hat and his signals to the press box. He signaled sideline warning, which would be the case with no penalty yardage stepped off, but I still don't understand how the warning was on us when he is on their sideline. And Coach McGill just doesn't seem to be too concerned about it.
It's a great opportunity to rally your guys.
But I don't understand why the Valliant guy is arguing, because he's got to be arguing that it wasn't a sideline warning penalty. We're just going to sit here in silence because that's about all we know about what's going on. About time for an animal cracker circus cookie. We need some good juju, boys. Want one? If you're at home, you had time to go get you a snack, use the restroom, take a nap, because we're still sorting out the oddest penalty I've ever seen that didn't get marked off as a penalty.
I mean, it is not even 10 o'clock yet, or it's just now 10 o'clock, and we are just barely halfway through the first or the fourth.
They're getting ready to mark. So the penalty, I'm telling you, was called as a personal foul or unsportsmanlike on us. The body language from that official was not a sideline warning. Just wasn't. He was looking right at Gavin over there, and I don't know what Gavin said. He had to have said something. And now they're going to bring all the team together. And, I mean, I haven't really seen the –
This is what you call a sincere apology. This is what you call it.
I think they may be telling you guys need to play football and quit hurting yourself.
Here we go, Coach.
So 1st and 10, back to action. Dory's the quarterback. Had a big half already. Hands off to number 12. He's got a little bit of room. Henryetta coming up quick on the tackle. He picks up 2 on the play. Nathan White, haven't called his name a lot here. And he's limping a little bit, so you called it good earlier, Jacob. Just kind of we're banged up a little bit. 2nd and 8. Once again, Valliant trying to run it wide on this Henryetta defense. And all of a sudden, a Valliant guy goes down to a cramp. And I don't. Honestly, I mean, these guys have been on the field since 7 o'clock, and it's hot tonight. I think the kid's just literally cramping. So let's. You want to take a break real quick, Jacob, just to give us a chance to breathe? Looks like they're still rubbing it out. Shipman Consulting, our internet sponsor, going live to them.
Is your organization tired of tech headaches? Let Shipman Consulting handle it. From cybersecurity to managed IT services, we keep your IT running smoothly so you can focus on what matters most. Call Shipman Consulting today and experience hassle-free IT. 918-200-9543. That's Shipman Consulting. Shipman Consulting is the proud sponsor of wireless internet for Night Vision TV.
Every month brings exciting new ways to win at Creek Nation Casino Holdenville. To find out this month's big giveaways, check out our website for all the details. Our monthly promotions include hundreds of thousands in cash and prizes, car and trip giveaways, rewards play, and more. Plus, don't forget, play with your Connect card and earn points at any of our properties to receive even more special perks. Don't miss out on all the ways you can win at Creek Nation Casino Holdenville.
Welcome back. Injury timeout's over. 2nd and 8, 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter, tie ball game. That is a movement there. Golston with a lot of room.
Blocking the back.
It sure looked like our guy got hit in the back, the way he reacted. So big gain, no flags on the play.
Defense needs a big stop right here.
Ball down to the 7, 1st and goal from the 7 or the 8. Clock says 8. So Henrietta's going to have to, they're going to have to dig. And off to Colson up the middle. He's hit. Jason Powders, Taylor Hamrick on the stop. 2nd and goal from the 5. And now it's Valliant controlling the line of scrimmage and running downhill. Clock running. Clock getting not quite a problem for Henryetta, especially if Valliant scores here, but we're going to get the – either way, we're going to have a long way to go or we're going to be behind, and it's going to probably be under 5 minutes by the time we get it back unless they score on this play. 2nd and goal, snap. Dory's going to keep it to the right. Got nobody there. He's down close to the goal line. He's down short at the 1. You know, early on you would see him on that run and you would see a Henryetta guy on him quick, but we just don't have a step right now. Henryetta is gassed up front. The push has went the other direction, so 3rd and goal from the 2.
And we all know where it's going here. It's going to be a handoff to number 24 up the middle.
Big play right there by the Henryetta. Is the ball loose? I saw Bub Miller jump like he was going to be on it. And so that's a big stand right there by Henryetta. Not 4th down yet, but it is. That wasn't 4th down. This is 4th down upcoming. Clock still running, 5:39.
Told you, Coach. Everybody in the state of Oklahoma knew they were about to run the ball up the middle right there.
Valliant not going to be in a big hurry. So interesting here, Jacob. Do you go right back to Golston again?
I don't know, Coach. I
think you leave it in the quarterback's hands. Zone read right here. Come on, Taylor Hamrick. Where are you, buddy? Big play. 4th and goal. Handoff up the middle to Golston. He's stopped short. What a freaking goal line stand by Henryetta. The side judge on this side had him short. The side judge, our buddy on the other side, was trying to throw his hands up, and if they call this a touchdown, this place will freaking go insane if they overrule this. I mean, he's from the 2. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. There's no way he gets into the end zone from the 2-yard line. So you can't go back and change it at this point. I mean, I say you can't. They can. And they do call it a touchdown.
Wow. And it's I hate to say it, but he's indecisive. You took a call that was you had the side on, and then you overruled it with an indecisive call.
I had my eyes on the guy that has really been overly involved all night long, and his hands were not fully into the air, but they were in the touchdown position. But once again, from the 2-yard line, a guy that gets hit at the line of scrimmage somehow stretched his body 2 yards. And regardless of what it looks like from here, it's 41-34 with 5:08 to go in the 4th quarter. And that's and Henryetta can be mad about the call, but this shouldn't be the game that it is. We've made too many undisciplined mistakes. We've played hard. We've controlled the football game for a lot. And everybody forgets about all the penalties that we earned. And I just call it like I see it. I love my kids at Henryetta, but we would not be in this position without the mistakes. But give them credit. We stood up there on that 4th down, thought we had them stopped. And you just got to respond. We haven't responded since we scored to start the 3rd quarter. 28 unanswered for Valliant. And they're going to kick it deep to Nathan, and Nathan needs to get upfield. He's tackled at the 27. So here comes the Henryetta offense, needing big plays. Plenty of time left, 5:03 to go. And this is what I think are two of the top 3 teams in the district. This is what these games look like a lot of times. We've been around the block a bunch here tonight to get to where we're at. False start. Henryetta moving. Every drive we've had in the last 3 possessions have started 1st and 15 due to a false start penalty. So once again, penalty yardage, putting Henryetta behind the chains. You almost have to stop going motion because we just can't stay set. I don't know where it's happening at, but we run the same play. Jason up the middle, trying to break a tackle. Look out. He's got room. He's got a blocker out in front. 45-40, 35-30, still going. Cuts back. He's still going at the 20, down to the 15. Jason Powders. Holy smokes. Jiminy Christmas, every moniker you could say. And Jason is down. And this whole home bleachers was completely rocking. And I'm gonna give you something right now. Number 2 has 0 quit in him. And you hate to see him go to the sideline because he's probably gassed, so give him a breather. I don't know how many yards. Again, forgot where we started. Well, we were at the 27, 22. So we went from the 22 all the way down to the 13. So whatever the math is on that. A big one.
Yeah.
Good blocking downfield by Nathan Nail. So 1st and 10 from the 13. Henryetta can get a first down at about the 3 or the 4. And so Jason on the sidelines. Nathan White in the game. Hand off to Nathan up the middle, picking his way through. Hang on to that football, buddy. And he fumbled it. We're calling it down, thank goodness.
It was down on contact. He landed on his back, and it jarred it loose once.
Well, it's the same thing as for them. It was forward progress stop. I don't keep 2 off the field again. 2nd and 8. 4:07 to go. Clock ticking. Henryetta down a score. Hand off to Powders up the middle. Nice job. Gets down to the 5-6 line. Clock running. 3:50 to go. Once again, Henryetta can get a first down. Don't have to score from here. 3rd and we'll call it 4. Ball at the 6. And you got to start thinking to yourself, guys, are you going to go for 2 if you score for the win? I think you do. You have to. We just haven't been good enough in the extra point game, which is going to be huge. But we got to get in first. Snap to Powders, following his blockers, trying to go the right side. And Valliant does a great job of stringing it out. And we're going to have a big 4th down, clock running. Henryetta does have 2 timeouts, so at this point you got to kind of think. It's hard to say what to do. You want to try to score with very little time on the clock if you're going to go for 2. We're going to call timeout. Need to be on the same page here on this 4th down because with only 1 left, if you don't get this one, most likely Valliant will take a knee and steal one from Henryetta. We'll stay right here. The one thing that I will say, not only on both sides of the ball, but Henryetta hasn't shown a lack of effort in any way tonight.
No, Coach. They're just beaten and bruised, and they're playing through it as much as they can. It's just, I mean, honestly, shot themselves in the foot a little bit at specific times. I mean, had a third and long that was a great stop, great tackle. Then we had the personal foul. Creating a second and long and a tackle, and then another personal foul. And then we have, the kick return or punt return that we had that was fumbled as well, that was answered with a score. I mean, if you take just one of those away, I mean, it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, and getting to the point at hand, 4th and 2, maybe 3. Do you put the ball in the air here, or do you put the ball in number 2's hands?
I mean,
it's hard to run it up the middle in this situation, so it's almost because Valiant's probably looking for that, but at the same time, you don't want to go sideways because they've done a good job of scraping and stopping that, especially on that last play. So here we go. 4th and 2, Valiant. Henryetta going into a shift. Last thing we need is a motion penalty. Hand off to Jason. He's hitting the backfield. Second effort is going to be good enough. Touchdown! H-Town! Side judge on the Valiant side was not holding back on that one. Hands in the air. And Henryetta, Jason, get your helmet on. Get your helmet on, sir. We need 2 points. And it's not going to be the ball game whether we score on here or we get the 2-point conversion, because Valliant still has 2 minutes and 50 seconds. But if we don't get it, they can maybe milk the clock. So big play here. 2-point conversion. Brady rolling out. Pass is caught. It's good. Who caught it? Who caught it? Gavin Williams, 2-point conversion. Holy Toledo. I've come up with a bunch of different monikers tonight. Brady Norman with an absolute dime. Stuck it right in Gavin's chest. He had no choice but to catch it or die.
Coach, this is what you call an ESPN classic. No. This is a KVTV classic. This is what this is.
I sure hope tomorrow's game's not this exciting. I don't know if I can handle it. I'm getting too old for this stuff, honestly. But you know what? I'll take this over a blowout any day. Now, does the Henryetta defense, who seemed to get a stop on the last defensive series, do they have enough in their tank to hold Valliant out? What a football game. I just got a message saying, somebody said I'm cracking them up. I'm not doing well up here. But I've got 3 high school boys who are freaking going crazy in here with me, so I'm feeding off their energy. Kick is going to stay in bounds. Look out, that may be handled. Tackle that guy. He's still got room. Spin move to the 50.
Man, that Valliant hands team watched it bounce like 3 times. Nobody wanted to get it.
Tell you what a big turn right there. That ball could have went to Henryetta if they mishandled that, because we had guys close. But Valliant is set up with great field position here and still plenty of time, 2:43. And I will say this, and I'm going to try to jinx them. Valliant hasn't put the football on the ground all night long. We have an interception. That's the only turnover on the Valliant side, but do we ever need one now? Valliant still has 3 timeouts. Henryetta with 1. 2:43 to go. 1st and 10. Hand off to number 12, trying to string it outside. There's a hold.
They're going to call
There's a bunch of holds. Blake Gaxiola does a good job of throwing his hands up, which is what you're taught when you're getting hold on the perimeter. Holding against Valliant. So what are you saying to your defense right there on that little break? You're saying make plays, shut your mouth and get back and do it again,
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Don't give them any free yardage.
And, man, if I'm number 15, I'm a little hesitant running that ball again because he got laid out.
This is the spot right here where your studs on defense have to step up and make big plays. Most likely, it's hard to say we bring pressure because Valiant's been very horizontal east and west, and you don't want to run guys out of the play. Not much of a drop back situation, and in that spot, he drops back. He's throwing. Gavin's right there with him, and it's incomplete. Great coverage by the dude that just scored the 2-point conversion. Just go hand the ball to him, Gavin. Let's go to third down, buddy.
Man, they keep testing him on that
They do.
outside.
I mean, and I can't blame him man to man. It hasn't paid off yet, but he's 6'3". Looking at my deal, Gavin.
5'11"?
5'9".
5'9".
So would love to see us get some safety help over the top right there for him, but he's done a good job handling it. And you know they're going to go back to it again. Second and a bunch. Got to get pressure. Pass is overthrown. That's what the pressure will do for you right there. Don't let that route develop downfield. So third and long, clock stop, 2:18 to go in the game. Henryetta up 42-41. I know you can read the score clock there on your screen, but Henryetta crowd going crazy on a third and long. Obviously going to be 4-down territory.
They got second down on the marker. It should be third down.
It's third down. It's third down. So you need a bunch. Henryetta most likely going to bring pressure again. Timeout called by Valliant last second. Finally, the down marker changes over there. Ladies and gentlemen, this high school football at its best. Look at the official out here in the middle of the field. He's just like squatting down and taking a breather himself. You know, Henryetta came out early on, took a quick 14-0 lead. Valliant scores to make it 27. Actually 14-7. Henryetta back on top. 2-score game at halftime. Henryetta drove it right down the field to start the third to take a 3-score lead, and it looked like the Knights were going to run off from the Bulldogs. And then Valliant, huge momentum swing, 3 straight trips to score. And then I can't even remember what's happened since then. But the last thing that happened, Henryetta scores on a 4th and 2 and gets the 2-point conversion. And now they're on defense. Valliant with the ball. Ball at the 43.
Here we go.
Third and long.
Cameron Field is shaking.
Snap. Pressure. Gaxiola on him. Rolling out. Pass is caught. Stiff arm. Whistle blown. Blown down at the 50. So that'll set up 4th and 12. And this, it's not going to be necessarily the ball game. Clock is running, so it will be right here because Valliant won't be able to stop it but 2 times. And the clock has stopped. Not sure why.
I think they're going to add some clock.
Well, the clock didn't. I mean, if they didn't call a timeout, the clock shouldn't have stopped.
Unless he stepped out of bounds. I think that's what they called.
Oh, I see. All right, here we go. 4th and 13. Play of the game right here. Quarterback rolling to his right, looking to pass, throws it. It's caught. Oh, my goodness. He's tackled. It looks short. Side judge, our buddy's going to call him short this time. Henryetta football.
Let's go.
It is pandemonium at Cameron Field. In the box with me, 2 senior night vision, 1 junior night vision. like we're playing the game up here. I think we're all going to feel it tomorrow. And that Henryetta defense, great, nice play there by Dories, who's had a huge second half. Nice catch by number 12, Ty Whitby. Who made the tackle 1 yard short? Was it Gavin or Nate?
I have no clue.
Who cares? Our football, we're going to go interesting here. Hold on to the ball. Hand off to Powders. Hold on to the ball, Jason. Still running. Okay, we're not going to take a knee. We're going to go get a first down. Side judge Buddy marks it short. Guy on this side has got it right at the line to gain. Ball's at the 49. And people, if you're at home and you don't feel the excitement going on coming through your TV or your phone right now, Lady Moore, you may be cracking up, but dude, Jason Powders
3.5 hours,
bro.
3.5 hours, Coach.
Forgive me if I'm talking like a high school kid. I got 3 of them up here motivating me right here. First down, Henryetta, 1:03 to go. All we got to do is down it. But we're handing it off to Powders, and he wants more yardage. That I'm not sure what we are doing. Timeout, Valliant. So the clock will stop at 54. I'm not a football coach, but maybe Coach McGill wants to get one more first down. Valliant can stop it one more time. Guy in the booth next to me is copying everything I say, but it's all right. I'm just curious here, Jacob, to see how many people are watching this football game. 168 people.
I wonder what our overall viewership is going to be at the end of this. We'll have to check that and let everybody know afterwards.
People, I can't even find my chair. I kicked it so far to the back of the press box. Somebody turned the air conditioner off. It's getting hot in here.
I did. I'm sorry. I got super cold. I was shaking.
So victory formation for Henryetta. We will down it right there. So Valliant will stop it again. 52 seconds to go. That was second down. So once the ball is spotted after this, they can't stop it again. Henryetta, just by looking at the calculations, probably going to take a timeout about the 12-second mark, 10-second mark, and we'll be facing a fourth down. So if you're Henryetta at that point, do you run around and run the time off, or do you kick it deep? Depends on how quickly the ball gets spotted. If I'm Henryetta right here, I'm not immediately taking a knee. I'm going to try to take some more time off. So give it to Jason, let him kind of hang out, and then take the knee, because you're not trying to get a first down. Or run it. And that's probably good, because the clock's going to 44, 43, 42, 41, 40-second clock just starts. And there's 1 second difference between the play clock and the game clock. And guess what? You just snap the ball, stand there, and then take the knee and celebrate being 3-0 in District 2A8 and 5-1 on the year. So Coach McGill, most likely, we're going to take this down to 1 second and call timeout to make sure we do what we're supposed to do. Do not snap this football too early. Don't fumble the snap either. Take it down to 1. Brady, now go down. And that is the ball game. Don't. Shake hands and let's get the heck out of Cameron Field with a 42-41 district win. The press box literally is rocking. And Cameron Field bleachers have been here a long time, and I pray they stay up for a little bit longer till I can get out of the top. And Henryetta, Henryetta with a a gutsy win. And Jacob, when Valliant went ahead 41-34, if you'll remember what I said, at that point you can lay down or you can stand up and make plays. And guess what? Your cousin, number 2, and I'm not saying that he's the only guy that did it, but literally on that 65-yard run, put his team on his back, ignited not just him but this crowd and all of us. And then Brady steps up with a big pass to Gavin for the 2-point conversion, which turns out to be the game winner. And Henryetta never quit. They never gave up. I can see the Valliant coach right now with his arm around Jason Powders and shaking Brady's hand. Much class right there from the Valliant head coach, letting guys know that played really, really well. Congratulations. And Henryetta, H-Town, our football team is 5-1. They are 3-0 in district play. They will travel to Valliant next Thursday night in what could be the district title game. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still 3 football games after that. But Henryetta, as long as we stay healthy and do what we're capable of doing, could be staring at worst an 8-2 year or 9-1. And I've always been taught not to count your chickens before they hatch. But there's been some chickens or hens down here in the years past. The ghost of every hen and night tonight steps up for Henryetta football, including the guys in the black and gold. Just so proud for them to overcome self-inflicted mistakes, a time where they scored 28 unanswered, but Coach McGill's bunch just never laid down. They never do. If they would ever play completely smart, fundamental football in a full game, they're going to be difficult to beat, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, Coach. I mean, man, they fought hard. And you said it right. I mean, those runs by Jason Powders in that fourth quarter were just wanting it more. I mean, that's heart. That is grit. And, I mean, this team as a whole came together. They clearly had a moment where they were like, we want this more than them. And they proved it. And, man, as a unit, scoring 42 points in general, it's really impressive.
Yeah, and no slouch, Valliant is a pretty good football team. They didn't look it early on. Henryetta looked like they were going to house them.
Yeah.
And but you asked me, what do you tell your team who's gassed and doesn't have anything left, beat up? And I hope Coach McGill, doesn't matter what he said, whatever it said would work, but it was just, how bad do you want it? Like, what are you going to do to go back and take it back? And we had a lot of dudes step up, and even think about the goal line stand down there. I still believe he was short. So a lot of backbone, grit, fight out of the Knights tonight to close this one out. We're going to close out our broadcast. It seems like we've been on for 6 hours, but we're going to go celebrate this win. In fact, Jacob, let's break down afterwards. Let's go down and slap some dudes on the shoulder pads and tell them thank you for a great game. Yes, thank you, H-Town, and everybody watching. You're watching Night Vision TV. We'll be back next week on Thursday in Valliant. Kickoff at 7, pregame at 6:30. We will see you down I-40 next Thursday night. You guys have a great weekend. Horns down, baby.
Thank you for watching Night Vision TV, your source for Henryetta athletics, powered by Love Ford.